Tell me
Wait.
I'm fly, super, super fly.
And now
I
goodbye,
drink till I'm drunk, smoke till I'm high. Class of
goodbye, my
elimination,
friend.
I'm going
You have
crazy,
been the
cause I'm
one.
super fly.
You have been the one for me. Goodbye, my lover.
All these
That
emo people lah, lama. Got one
Ah,
clubbing, got one
we went
smoke weed.
complete. We went
we are
completely.
drinking our sorrows.
Boys, we went completely radio silent, man. For 3 weeks, we
Three
told
weeks
the
ah.
Glazers. Oh, 2 weeks, right?
Two.
We went off 2 weeks. We told the Glazers, tahan a bit, hold on for us. The big focus will be back.
Take a selfie, boys.
Lo and behold, they couldn't wait. Tips. Not only did they sack the real one, Premier League also welcomed the prodigal son, apparently.
The prodigal son.
According to a certain fan base. They welcome the prodigal son
Hey,
back into
the king
stepping
of
stone
Premier League is
FC.
back.
Stepping Stone FC. The king of Premier League
Stepping stone.
without
Stepping
winning
stone.
an actual medal.
Villa is a stepping stone for him now.
Hey, 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 hey,
No, no,
hey,
no,
hey,
no.
hey, hey.
According to their fan base. All right. But Joe, finally, the
That
big
time
focus
has come back.
has come back
Has
to
come back.
Tuesday 9 p.m. live. Together, the four of us. We've got
Each
Joe
time
Tito.
he has to come back whenever I'm feeling low, man.
Joe Tito. Joe Tito.
Oh, that's
What's up, essay? We've got Joe Tito in the house.
Tino,
Wait,
baby.
there's another new entry as well. Stevie G, Claret and Blue
This fella's a
Stepping
bloody
FC.
scouser, man.
Oh, wait, remember what we call his team? Is it
Yeah.
Villa Pool?
Villa Pool FC.
We got Villa Pool FC. No, Tips.
No
Tips.
more after Villa.
It's not your time. It's not your time to speak right now. It's not your time, all right? And we also got the real one, the original, the OG Zami
The Hemi,
in
the
the
Benny,
house.
the Mumi, the Demi, the Zemi boy.
Zemi
But
boy.
Zami, before we start, all right, before all the proper introduction, I want to read to you some popular quotes, all right?
Yeah.
To stay in the game, you have to stay in the game. All
Yep.
right, that's number one. The next one, that's a fantastic penalty, but he'll be gutted. It went wide. All right, I've got another quote. What a feeling it is to be a manager and bring someone on. Okay, and then I've got another one. Footballers these days often have to use their feet. Another one. Okay,
Use
and
fit
then I've
kepala.
got I've got another one as well. All right, I've got another one as well. This is really really good. It's a good run, but it's a poor run if you know what I mean. And that is none other by the famous one and only Michael Owen.
Hey, you forgot the most interesting and the most popular quote. If the ball goes into the net, it's a goal.
It's a goal.
Like what we all
And also
He has to hit he has to hit the back
Wow.
of the net.
Wow.
another one. If you score more goals, you will likely to win.
Yes.
Words from the Owen.
But Zami, can you enlighten me, Zami, please, my
Why?
sire? Why am I talking about Michael Owen, Zami? Why Michael Owen?
If you are friends on me on Facebook, I posted something about Gary Neville saying about how the gulf between City and United somehow it just got a segue to some infighting on the red side of Manchester.
And there you were, the blue guy. Hey, but you know, Tips, amidst all this fierce fiasco between the Owen lover and the Owen hater, there was this guy who said, "Okay,
Okay. I was gonna come to that.
nothing."
That was the
nothing has been
comment
said.
of the. That was the comment.
Nothing has been
else.
said.
Comment of the night. Comment of the century. Okay.
And the best part, somebody thought that I'm just gonna let it slide. But Zami boy being Zami boy, you all know I don't go down without a fight.
So what do you do? What do you do? What do you do?
Nah, he did nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, you did absolutely nothing. So what the frick are you talking about?
I got the memes, baby.
Okay. All right. So Joe, or before we ask why he's TVG Claret and Blue and why you're Joe Tino, let's do a bit of a round up. Let's look at who is right. Oh, what's up? Oh,
I got a comment, guys.
okay. Go for
But
it.
Anwari, before that, I want you to read that comment first.
Okay, which one? The one below it?
The one there. What's the comment?
What's up to all my bros?
Okay.
He's coming in sassy tonight, man. Okay. All right. And then we've got Wang Ah fan. Right?
Alamak, this.
Missing all
this
that.
one.
Sorry, this one my Gina only now. Only will take.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
What up the England Gina?
Yes, only tech tips right now. Okay, carry on with your attitude, Wang Ah fan. All right, missing all of you. Welcome back, Napshot Studio. And we've got Joe. This is your miniature of sorts, right?
What's
Elvin,
up,
Nani.
I was just talking to him earlier this like the evening.
You mentioned you were up for an interview with a suit. You're talking
That's
to
right.
Elvin Nani and you had to put on a suit. All right, we got another one. Ame Sarah Matij.
Macam. Yes,
Same
brother.
Sama macam semalam The Malay said macam semalam, like yesterday. All right, and then Joel, you lost so much weight, yeah?
Joe,
I wonder what you're talking about, yeah.
The gym is working, guys.
Then
Hey,
also, next one.
Arturo.
Me and Tristan working very
Who wants to go? Who wants to go? Who wants to go? Who wants to go? Who wants to go?
because Zami. Any reply?
Okay.
But guys, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much for tuning in once again. Tuesday 9 p.m. I know we went slightly off the grid for the past 2 weeks, but hey, you know what? We are married people, except for
Exactly.
Joe, cheeky monkeys Joe. All right, and work got the better of us. Football was good though for the past 2-3 weeks for me at least. And now that I'm back in the show, look what am I being afforded with? A
L.
big thumping, man, a big L. But I turn up
Thumping?
still. A big L, and then not only me, misery loves company. We got
Thumping.
Joe as well. All right, Joe. Now right now you are clad in a funeral setting because we are going to eulogize about the departed. Okay, so hey, don't dance. It's not gonna be that guy. You better change to Joe Fletcher or Joe Carrick, okay? And
Joe Carrick.
Joe Carrick, all right? And then Stevie G Claret and Blue as well. He came in. That's a big news for us to touch as well. Zami, not so much. It's Man City anyway.
It's expected.
What can be news to them?
Yeah,
All right.
I'm just here as a timekeeper for these three fuckers.
That's
Shots
very crass
fired.
and very rude of you, right? But guys, of course, there's only one place for us to start today. No beautiful visual because I'm disappointed. All right, and if I'm disappointed, there won't be no visual for
It's
us.
because he just decided to not send me the visuals today.
I did.
And he is acting all weird. I don't know why. Hey,
Very,
but guys,
very sus.
it's just the news. We're just gonna this is a football entity, but I think we're just gonna share something.
Mm.
Those who are having issues with the DBS, iBanking, and POSB.
Oh yeah, what's happening, Joe?
I
From
think-
11 a.m. it's been down.
Yeah, it's
Serious?
mentally unavailable. So for those who want
Oh.
to send money and all, do not do it now. You can't do it. So hang in there, guys. Hang
I
in
wanted
there.
to transfer 20,000 to my wife from morning.
Yeah, man.
One-
I was just about to transfer it as well. I was no because Ole was asking me for air tickets. No, he.
Oh no, mine was just basic groceries. 20,000.
No, because private jet is a bit tough. Glazers don't want to lend him.
Same, not
So
same level
he
with me.
just asked me for like $1,000 though. I mean, I think about $800 is enough for him to fly.
Yeah,
Ah.
Stevie G wanted to sign me as well
Okay.
to be the
Are
new
we-
club mascot.
How long are we going on with this?
I mean, yeah,
Until them-
unless
until
Faisal can thumbs up with something and say that.
Okay.
to,
Tonight I'm just gonna go with K.
All right, let's
Good.
get the first
Let's
topic.
get the party started, Joe,
Let's
because
get it.
right now, this is the perfect pivot for us to start on this. I wouldn't say it's not going to be a tirade, all right? This is going to be our honest opinion on The Departed, the lost soul, the real one. I'm really sad, I'm genuinely sad for him. But always at the wheel. Tell me how bad does it feel? Zami, I'm going to start with you first, all right?
Why me?
You're not gonna be the timekeeper because Michael Owen told you so that you are going to start with the
Uh.
Ole sacking first. All right. Wait. Should we do the Ole second or should we do the results first, Joe?
I think
Let's
we
do
do
the
the
results first.
let's do
Let's do
the
the
results
results.
now.
Nah,
That's the
I
Let's do the
think
result.
results now.
let's just get it over and done with this Ole
Yeah.
shit. All
Eh?
right, and then we do the results.
Okay.
And enough
Oh, you
this
had it
whole
out.
week.
All right,
All
Joe.
right,
Come on, let's go.
let's get this done with it.
Zami, was it any surprise? This has got to be the world's worst kept secret. It was always in the offing, and then boom, it happened. And when it did, cry me a river, cry me a river. Everybody, they were weeping, man. Except for Joe. Did you? Oh no, Joe teared a bit after the emotional interview.
Interview, yeah.
Yeah, that was emotional, man. But Zami, come on, let's start off with as a neutral first. You guys played them as well. Joe, you should have actually waited for me, Joe. We are just about 3 matches away, and then you can do the honor to get his whole head rolling out. You guys just couldn't wait. Zam, Ole,
Ah,
bye, bye, bye.
remember the Rio Ferdinand video, the meme? Hey, hear me out. Get the contract ready. Let him sign it. Let him run. I'm telling you, Manchester United are back.
Wait,
Oh,
is
but no,
Rio Ferdinand a redneck from Texas?
I'm just gonna do my
I think
impersonation.
he's a Madrid from
Madrid,
London.
Madrid from
Ma-
Madrid from
Madrid from
Malacca lah.
Madrid from Red Mud.
Time to cancel you.
Wow, now cancel. Everything cancel. Okay,
Okay, but Zami, come on, man.
Right.
On to football.
it's
Uh,
very surprising lah.
yes.
To be honest with you,
Is it
okay,
surprising?
Okay, the thing is that with Ole, it was just okay. Every game was his last chance saloon.
Oh yeah,
To be fair, the fact that if you have your own fans
Mm-hmm.
turning against you to the point that it becomes a Avengers civil war,
Mm.
it says a lot about how terrible that position is.
Mm-hmm.
For Ole. I feel like okay, with the fact that he's a club legend, it makes it more difficult.
Yep.
Like on one hand, I think Joe says it best. Like for a player, yes, his legacy will always be there. But as a manager, I think it's gonna be very, very difficult for him to come back. And I think it's a catch-22 situation where you see, if you look at it right,
Mm-hmm.
the former legends of United
Mm-hmm.
who becomes manager, right? I think will look at the United post with a lot of like, you know what? I'm not gonna solidify my legacy as a player there.
Mm-hmm.
Really. To be honest with you, I think for rival fans, we have enjoyed the journey of
Yep.
seeing Ole, managing United. But I think for the fans, it has become to the point that it has become a very bad civil war. To the point that it's always about it's Ole in, Ole out, Ole in, Ole out,
Yeah.
and then people saying that yes, he's a former player, blah 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 blah. But
Mm-hmm.
as a manager, he's not pulling his weight. So I think with him leaving, I think in the middle of the season, it's really expected. But then again, with this time, it's quite late lah in that sense.
Yep.
Because
Yeah.
they could have Conte, they could have many people before that, but
Mhm.
because they hold their guns, give Ole the contract at the start of the season,
Yep.
says a lot about the legacy lah.
Mhm. I mean, right now, I think when it comes to the second itself, the act of it will not surprise anybody, but the timing itself. Because,
Yep.
right, Joe, everybody would have expected Ole's head to be rolling out of Old Trafford before the international break.
Exactly.
Yep.
Right, Tapes? And that's what you would always do if you're a proper club, serious club with proper succession plan. Obviously, they did not read the memo, Tips, and they have actually sacked him. This is, of course, reactionary. And even until now, they have not found the next guy in line.
Yep.
That is a poor indictment of how poor the club is being run right now. Your thoughts on it, Tips?
If you ask me, right, I mean, like just like what you said, they should have, if they wanted to sack him, they should have done that before the international break. I mean, Villa did that. Took the few days to hire Steven Gerrard, move forward. This feels like Newcastle all over again. They sacked Steve Bruce. They had the international break. They couldn't find a manager up until 2-3 weeks ago.
Yep.
I mean, you would expect that with Newcastle, a club that was in shambles and just got bought over. I mean, you can still give them the doubt there, but United,
Mhm.
I feel for Ole. I mean, yes, the mockery that was made out of him, it was good. It was fun while it lasted, right? But mockery aside, as a person, you have to feel for him. I'm sure he didn't want this for United. I'm sure he had United at his heart. He's a club legend anyway.
Yep.
So I think the Glazers and Ed Woodward, they're bound to be, they should take some blame for this.
Yep. And no, right on it. Right. Tips mentioned about the second should have been made, and he actually referred back to his
Yeah.
club. You know what? I actually saw this interview by Thomas Tuchel. They actually asked him about how did the Chelsea job came about, and he mentioned that 2 or 3 weeks before Frank's sacking, he received the offer already,
Mm,
and he has already signed on the dotted line.
mm.
And that's
Mm.
how a proper machine works, man. And he even told the interviewer, "Don't you find it?" Or rather, he told that during the interview itself, he found it really disrespectful of them to be speaking to him whilst Frank is still holding on to the job. But you know what? That's Chelsea. And that's how they roll, and that's why they are a winning machine.
Yep.
Joe, surely your club right now at this moment, they will be scratching their head on who's to take this poison chalice of a position, which is the Manchester United's job, man. Come on. But you want to do the you do want to do the board first, or do you want to do the manager first right now?
I think
Because
I'll do it Ole first. I think first and foremost, it's I think it's a dream come true for a player like him, all right, who
Mhm.
have won so much. I think he has won more than certain clubs in this world. As an individual player, I have to reiterate that his individual accolades is more than a certain few other clubs, and let him in the club, and
Oh.
yeah, it's coming. Ready, set, right? You guys wait.
Ooh.
And to manage the club, to be a manager in this club,
Mhm.
that is a dream come true to any mother son in this world,
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
and it has given to him,
Yep.
and he will forever get a lot of credit for that. But
Mhm.
that is the maximum he can go.
Mhm.
That is the maximum. I will say this live. My baby face assassin
Ooh.
can
Hey,
go.
my,
My,
All
ah?
right, I
my,
have his
Oh.
picture there.
My,
my.
my,
I can
my.
say
My.
that because I've watched him
Mhm.
play. I've watched him when he came to United. I watched him when he left United. And I watched him now when he's here. So
Mhm.
I'm a living proof. I can say that.
Uh-huh.
And yes, my belief is that I have his picture there as well.
Yeah.
And it's good for him. And the thing is,
Mhm.
that is his maximum level. I've said this many times. That is his capacity. He
Mhm.
cannot go more than that. That is why I
Mhm.
say there are certain managers who are good managing clubs with least expectation
Yep.
because they can work around that and they can work around the budget. But if you're going to go to a club where the expectation is huge, the
Yep.
budget is huge,
Mhm.
then it's going to take a little bit difficult. Watch me.
Mm.
I didn't say small club or big club, but guys,
Yep.
I
Yep.
said expectation is high. Right?
Mm.
So
No,
Mm.
I
that
agree.
things
I
like that
agree
is
with
going to
Joe.
be difficult, especially when it comes to United. I know like clubs, there are many clubs, but when it comes to United, it's going to be very difficult, and you are going to be criticized for
Yep.
every game, every minute that you manage the club. And I think he did well last season. Yes, he did very well.
Mhm.
I think that was his max he can go.
Okay.
I believe that was his max he can go. And then this year, I think these things just didn't go right for him.
Mhm.
And I feel that he done great. 3 years with the club, and he has bowed out. I will give him full credit for that. But I'm happy that he decided to leave
Mhm.
now. Why? Because they should have done this 2 weeks ago. On
Yeah.
to the
Yep.
point now. They should have done this 2 weeks ago. Why wait till Watford and then hang him to dry? Doesn't make sense. If you knew, and I was hearing some stuff that's saying that they're going to wait till what will happen in Watford. So what if we were to win Watford
Mhm.
and then travel to Chelsea, get hammered by them, go to Arsenal, get hammered by them, in between these weeks, get crashed out of the Champions League? Like when it was going to be the breaking point. So the board doesn't really have a chain of thoughts. They never really plan out well. I feel that is just because the fans are making noise. They know the bus is there. They can sense another riot is coming if Ole was still going to be in charge.
Yep.
Not because
Mhm.
he is the manager,
Mhm.
because they have a board like that. They are hanging him to dry. Basically, Ole is saying that this is how much I can do.
Okay.
And if you still want to keep me, this is what I can do.
And
But
why do you think they actually had to wait that long before finally pulling the trigger, Joe? Because this is completely absurd, right? I think even a dead man would have seen that Ole is completely out of his depth. And this
yeah,
is
but
no conundrum to
I think when it
anybody with
comes
half
to,
an intelligence.
if you look at it from a business point of view, look at it from a working from a normal work. Let's just say it's a normal work.
Mm.
He's under fire. He hasn't had his break. He hasn't seen his family.
Mhm.
He then they said, okay, how about you just take a week break to Norway,
Mm.
have a good time with the family, come back rejuvenated. Maybe you can work better. So in that way, I was thinking maybe they are just telling Ole, we
Mhm.
still want you to be in the helm,
Yep.
but how about you just take a good 1 week break, come back, refresh, rejuvenated, and you
Yeah.
go at it again.
Yeah.
He
Mm.
did that. He came back. He came back good. He's
Mhm.
good with his words. I mean, that is one guy I feel has managed the media really well. All right,
Mm.
for all those fellas who keep saying that he smiles when he defeats Buto, that is his face, last year. What the fuck you want him to do?
He's a baby face assassin
That is his
lah. He's already,
face. He
yeah, he's already.
smiles all the time. My
Yeah.
goodness. For
No
some
lah,
reason, I
actually,
don't get some fans keep saying that he lose also his smile.
Wait, was that a contentious point for your fan base?
Yeah, exactly. Like I
Were they
don't get.
finding fault with Ole's facial
Yeah, they were
expression?
finding fault that he was smiling after losing. Like,
Bad transfer. Bad
that's his
fans.
face. That's his bloody face. And I feel that yeah,
Mhm.
after when he come back from break, he felt rejuvenated. He felt that maybe he could get this going.
Uh-huh.
I mean, hey, kudos to him, man. He tried. And when he came to Watford, Watford whitewashed the players. I just think
Mhm.
I think after 50th minute, I just saw that the players just can't be bothered.
Yeah, that's how it
mm,
seemed
Yeah,
to
they
me
can't
as
be
well.
bothered.
Yeah,
So
it seems that they
he did
completely
his best. He did
gave
his
up,
best.
Joe.
But the board has to the board has to act right now. You know, and the worst thing they can do right now is not letting Ed Woodward leave. They're gonna extend him. So
Yeah,
I'm not too sure where the board is standing right
It
now.
seems like this is part of the bigger plan, right? Back then, when there was a lot of fire, there was a lot of heat on Ed Woodward and the Glazers. Ed Woodward became the sacrificial lamb. But it seems right now, at this current moment, this was their great master plan. You know what, Ed? You bite the bullet for a bit, be that guy to be vilified in the media and by the fan base, but don't worry because you will always be part of the plan. Because
Yeah,
he has extended once, and now all of a sudden that Ole is now sacked, he'll be there still to overlook the next appointment.
yeah,
Right? It seems that this was the great evil plan by the Glazers to make sure that Ed Woodward will never go hungry. He will always
yeah.
be part of the reckoning.
And the
And
thing
that's
is,
how it
now
feels to me, man.
he's losing money. He has to
Mhm.
pay Ole. He has to pay the interim.
How
He
much,
and
Joe?
also has I
7.5
think
million.
I think
7.5
it was
million.
7.5, close to
Not
eight
bad.
million.
7.5 million.
Not
Eight
bad.
million payout for Ole, and then he has to fork out money to get the interim in. He could have done this easily in these 2 weeks. Okay, if there were talks of Pochettino coming in,
Mhm.
or even Zidane, or even Luis Enrique, you
Mhm.
should have done this in these 2 weeks.
Mhm.
Yep.
I mean, I'm all respect to Luis Enrique. It's a bit difficult to price him out because World Cup is next year.
Yep.
The shitty thing is
Mhm.
you won't be able to price out the likes of Roberto Mancini and Luis
Yep.
Enrique. Why? Because World Cup is
World
next
Cup
year.
next year. Yeah.
Yep.
Unless you're a bloody Ronald Koeman who doesn't care about the Dutch
Oh,
team,
he's available
then
though.
yeah, then you're
He's
able to
available.
price it up. But even then,
Hey.
if the World Cup was in 2 years, I think we would be able to get either Roberto Mancini or Luis Enrique. But right now, I can tell
Uh-huh.
you it's so toxic in the club right now. Even the
Yeah.
players are so toxic. It's
Uh-huh.
just so difficult that managers are
Mhm.
fearing to come to our club.
True. True.
Yeah,
What's the current mood board right now amongst the fan base, Joe?
the current mood, I don't know. I feel some are enjoying, celebrating. Hey, we are back again. We are managerless and all. Some, I would say, like some intellectual ones, they know that this had to be done,
Uh-huh.
and they're looking forward to the next phase. I've seen how Kerry has been working, and I feel that he could do a job for being interim. We don't
Uh-huh.
need to bring in another interim or whatsoever.
Uh-huh.
Just keep him as interim and work on bringing another manager. And I'm done saying that we need a manager of our DNA culture. Oh, screw that shit, man!
Mhm.
You come in, you have 3 years of contract.
Mhm.
Just do your damn job for 3 years. If need to, you don't want to extend, then off you go. We will come back in again.
Okay, all right. Let's take a look
mm.
at the comment section, Zami.
Oh,
We've
but
got
On
wow,
fire.
dude,
Wow.
a stockpile of it, man. Okay, let's go with Tracy, of course. Joe, you must allocate funds for those United fans who want to follow him back to Norway, bro. And then the next one, Red One, you are wrong. Manchester United called me to go to Manchester. Now, bye bye. And then Said
Okay.
Faris said that Ole left now. Of course, he's being really genuine about that, Joe. Okay, hear me out. Get the contract ready. Let him sign it. That's real Ferdinand. The
yeah,
real proper scripting, not by your half fuck Texan boy, yeah?
that's
Not that
why
one.
like
Not that
macam
one.
from
Yeah, like as if Rio, some redneck from Texas,
oh,
doing
Red Mart, Red
farming at
Mart.
the
I know
backyard.
Rio. I'm trying my best. Utuh lah. Okay lah. Okay.
And then we got the next one. All right, Wanga. Seems like Sosha is testing water time and time again, Joe, with these results. Thought at one point he was immune to sacking, but guess
No
what? No,
lah.
no,
He
no.
wasn't immune lah. To be
This is
honest
the
with you,
real
okay.
thing.
The thing is that you see, okay, okay, for me, okay, like what I say, as a
Mhm,
neutral, okay,
mhm.
Ferguson set a huge standard for any managers to build
Yep.
their legacy. You know,
Mhm.
you remember, you got Jose, world class manager. You got Van Gaal, world
Yep.
class manager.
Yep.
David Moyes was a choice by Fergie.
Yep.
Couldn't hack it. Like
Mhm.
then when Ole comes in, Ole did a good job in Paris.
Mhm.
Everyone thought United are coming back, and then when things are turning sour, 1001 excuses. It's very
Mhm.
difficult because you see that's why you see when you read about Zidane not interested in the United job,
Yep.
even he can see that it's a poison chalice place.
Mhm.
Who's gonna be the next United manager? And like what you said about it's the master plan from the Glazers.
Yeah.
Woodward was the sacrificial lamb.
Mhm.
Now delayed until they find the next manager.
Yeah.
That master plan is so brilliant that no one actually saw about it. No,
No, no one could,
no
man.
one, no one could saw about it. And the fact that right now, okay, if you say that you get an
Uh-huh.
interim manager,
Yep.
who's gonna come? Because at the end of the day, if let's say you get someone who say, okay, I do not want, no, I'm just gonna cover for a while until the next permanent manager comes in. Come on
Mhm.
now, if you're talking like what Joe said, if you get someone to do a temporary job, do you think that he's gonna give 100%?
Yeah. And no, that begs the question, right? Tips. I want to go back to you. There's this foreboding sense from me, at least, that they might stretch the interim role for longer than expected. Because at this current moment, as planned, it's two matches, right? Villa run the next one, but like I mentioned, it's a foreboding sense. I don't know whether to some. I don't know how am I supposed to substantiate this sense of mine, but I feel that this interim is here to stay, man.
What happened to Ole? Ole was hired as an interim, right?
Yeah.
You
And
never
then and then and,
know.
and then
Precisely.
and then and then that masterclass against PSG earned him a contract.
Yeah. Villarreal is coming. First
So
game, Champions League.
masterclass against Villarreal,
Master.
5-0 probably. And then they're playing Chelsea next, right?
Yeah.
The interim manager might just
The
do an upset
bounce.
over Chelsea, right? The
Yeah.
bounce, right?
The
One.
bounce.
And then he
Yeah.
might be given a 1 year or 2 year rolling contract, and that's it, lah.
And that's it.
Uh,
No, but no, lah. I mean, it's ridiculous for a club of menu stature, right?
yeah.
To be in such shambolic. You wouldn't expect a club of menu, stature to to be going through this, right? I mean, you look at Liverpool. I mean, yes, they had their downfall, in that 8-9 years ago, but it wasn't this bad. It wasn't so disorganized. It was bad, but it wasn't this disorganized. With menu
Mhm.
itself, it just
Mhm.
seems entirely disorganized. Even with Arsenal, you guys
Mhm.
had a very bad season last season and the season before,
Yep.
after Amare left and Arteta came in. But at least the board did something, and now you guys are performing. But with United, it's very shambolic. It's very it's disgraceful. The name United has to go through
Yeah,
such a
really
moment
patchy,
in
yeah,
football.
really patchy period for
Yeah.
them here. Thank God for Spurs, Joe. They prevented a potential match made in heaven.
Nah,
Conte
I
and
don't think so, man. It's
yeah, it
very
would have never
difficult
happened
because
anyway.
Conte only plays back three.
Your manager did it with Spurs. If you can't beat Conte, be Conte. That was his
Yeah.
mantra. Carrick at the wheel. And then we've got Aaron the next one. Joe, stupid they have sacked Ole and point somebody even worse
Yeah.
their name in Carrick. Hey, you never know
Like, me,
because
me and me and Arun were having a discussion on this. The thing is, if you know you're gonna sack Ole
uh,
and you're gonna appoint Carrick as interim, then why sack him?
mm,
Keep him there, and then you work on a full time manager,
yep.
and then you sack Ole. How Chelsea did? They sacked
Mhm.
Lampard. They brought in Tuchel in.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was
Yep.
all pre-planned, right? You mentioned like Tuchel was already the manager of Chelsea when Lampard was the manager. Make
Yeah.
it make
Yeah.
sense. But that's how a winning team should conduct themselves.
But no,
What
but
about
that,
the talks?
but I
Yep.
disagree though. I mean, just the thing. I think it's not fair to Lampard to have
And that's
for
what
Chelsea to
Tuchel,
have
yeah,
done
and
that.
that's what Tuchel actually
Yeah,
asked
it's not fair. It's not.
Marina.
Yeah,
Is it fair for Lampard?
yeah.
And then
But then again, they are just cutthroat. We can't do
ruthless, man.
much about that. But then
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, let's go on with this. I know, Joe, this is one hell of a topic, man. A lot of United fans, especially my CR fan base, they are completely dismissive when it comes to CR7 and him being attributed to this fall from grace. All right, so let's talk about him for a bit, guys. What
Why
about the talks
CR7?
of CR7 was the one stopping Ole's progress? I'm gonna cut in with my bit. I know this guy. I was playing espionage in this Manchester United group in Singapore. He's a big Ole fan, all right, but he's also, of course, a big CR7 fan. And then he went on and on. He was really scornful of the dismissal of Ole, and he mentioned that if it wasn't for CR7's appointment or signing, Ole would have gotten himself a defensive midfielder, and that in return would have been better for him in terms of squad progression. Because look, last season it wasn't too much of an issue when it comes to scoring goals for
Mm.
Manchester United. And say what you want about their football, but they were scoring.
Yep.
They were really the kings of comebacks, and they were also the king of counter attacking football. But all of that stopped, and you know what? And then right after which, I actually went through the results, all right, line by line, only for Premier League. Okay, so Ronaldo came in Newcastle. He scored twice.
Yep.
All right, so you take away the two goals, they would have won the match 2-1 anyway. All right, the next one it was against West Ham, 2-1. He scored the equalizing goal. Kudos to him. That was much needed. All right, and but in the games where United lost, you Cristiano Ronaldo had zero contribution.
Yep.
Leicester 4-2, Aston Villa 1-0, even the draw 1-1 against Everton. The again the dreadful performance against Liverpool, the absolute annihilation 5-0, and then against Man City, whereby the whole game was being played at a pedestrian pace, 2-0, and then Watford 4-1. All in all, the contribution of CR7 is close to zero.
Yep.
And that's why the question needs to be raised. Is CR7 really the thorn in between?
You see, I saw these statistics on Twitter just a few weeks ago, all right, 3 to 4 weeks ago, in terms of oh wait, I'm lost for thoughts. What the hell's that word, man?
You want to go with Zami first? Well,
In
you're
terms of
recollecting it. Okay.
in terms of
The
pressure,
CR7 effect.
pressure.
He can't choke. He can't choke. He can't choke already.
He's scared already. He's scared already.
He
Oh,
can't
Scared. He's scared already. Talking about CR7 already. The why
two-
CR7?
the two
I
nuts.
understand. I understand. Calm down.
If you know, you know, guys. If you know, you know.
Yeah. If you know, you know.
No, I was thinking about pressure, and I was like, why am I talking about progression? So in terms of pressure itself, right? You see,
Yeah.
CR7 leading the line for United, right?
Mhm.
Okay, he as a striker, a lot of clubs adopt this. Your first line of defense start from your attack, right?
Yep.
You need to pressure, and CR7 had the least amount of pressures.
Mhm.
And when you have the least amount of pressure from your attackers, the ball can easily bypass your midfield. And when you have someone like Fred in your midfield,
Yep.
right, it can easily get bypassed, and then you have Maguire there. So
Yep.
last season, when they didn't have CR7,
Mhm.
the attackers were actually pressuring the opponents right at the get go. And when they're
Agree.
pressuring that the opponents make that mistake, boom, the
Agree.
goals come in counter attack.
Yes.
Fernandes free roll, he
Yes.
scored left, right, center, everywhere.
Agree.
But when CR7 doesn't do that pressure,
Mhm.
then it falls back to the midfielders, which they are quite shit anyway. I mean, to be
Mhm.
honest, Fred, I'm sorry by shit. And then Maguire, this is what happens.
And there's also tips, right? There's also the sense of over reliance on that guy.
Yes,
He
he's
expects it. He
37,
expects.
36, 37.
Yeah.
Yes, he's fit. He's got a body of a 20-year-old. Nobody's taking that away from him.
True. True.
But him in the Premier League 10, 12 years ago and now, there's a lot of difference as well. Teams aren't like 10, 12 years ago. Teams like Brighton, teams like West Ham, Leicester,
Mhm.
Leeds. They aren't pushovers anymore.
Yep.
So
Good
CR7,
one.
whether can he adapt? That's the other thing.
Zami, I want to go on to this point, and Joe, right after that, I'll come to you, my brother. Paul Merson, I actually read this as well. Signing of CR7 was the downfall of Ole. CR7 was more of an ego signing rather than a player who suited the tactics that Ole wants to play, and that really cost him the job. You were also right in the epicenter of this saga because apparently he was supposed to turn on the blue shirt instead of the red one.
Yeah.
But you guys lost. At the end of the day, you like it or not, Zami. However, you want to repackage this, that was an L. But hey, that was not a bad L, huh?
Mm.
Let's just put it this way lah. We didn't win the battle lah.
You won the
You
war.
won the war,
We won
right?
the war.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Okay. I want to quote
Okay.
something. I want to quote something that I read online
Uh-huh.
about Zlatan. Zlatan said this about United
Okay, go on.
when he joined United, right?
Yeah.
They were always talking about the history of United. When
Yeah.
Zlatan wanted to be talking about the present and the future of United.
Mhm.
So his idea was was his word. They talk too much about the past.
Yeah.
When I went there, I said I'm here to focus on the present and to
Mm.
make my own story.
Yep.
And then he quoted this. But when you have it too much, it becomes like a loop. You have to
Mm.
think about the present, or you should go to a hospital and clean your head.
Ooh.
So coming back to this CR7 signing,
Mm.
like what? I'm sorry, United fan. I'm gonna be a devil's advocate here. I'm
Okay.
saying this. Ferguson is at the director board. The
Mm.
legacy built of the history by United was done by Ferguson.
Mm.
Okay, this is what happened when Wenger left. Arsenal was picking up the pieces of the Wenger legacy.
Yep.
Ferguson is there. Ferguson made the decision for David Moyes.
Yeah.
David Moyes didn't turn up.
Mhm.
Then Van Gaal didn't turn up.
Mhm.
Jose also didn't turn up. Ole, who was the super sub when he was a player, who
Mhm.
said, he learned how about, when he was at the bench, he noticed how Ferguson was leading the team, managing the team.
Mhm.
He said he built his managerial skill from there.
Mhm.
You know, so the fact that if you're talking about the United DNA, Ole was the perfect United DNA. If we're talking about that part, you
Mhm.
know. But the problem is this: that when Ole did something good, the fans were divided.
Yep.
And then with the issues about the Glazers and whatnot, Glazers look at this way. How about let's shut the fans up by
Mhm.
putting a club legend in the picture.
Yes.
Full stop. No one. And then the fact that when you're talking about CR7 coming into the picture,
Mhm.
a nostalgic legend coming back.
Mhm.
The Last Dance, Michael Jordan,
Mhm. Joe posted it. Last
Yeah,
dance.
Last Dance. People were saying, he has done everything that
Uh,
Messi couldn't done.
yeah.
Like when he went back to United, United fans were saying, he's gonna tear the league. City, it will forever be under the shadow. But look at now.
Oh.
Look now. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna be I'm not gonna be bitter about it. I'm just gonna say this, that
Uh,
with the fact that Ronaldo was not the signing that United needed.
okay.
Ronaldo just disrupted everything that Ole had planned. Ole was talking about buying British young players.
Good point. Good point.
Ronaldo coming into the picture. Where is Greenwood?
Yeah.
Where is
Sancho at times
Sancho?
had to actually sit out.
Sancho, you guys wanted Sancho so much, and when
Yeah.
Sancho came into, guys did not even let him play.
Oh,
Then whose is it? Is it whose fault is it? Is it Ole's fault? Is it
I don't know. Okay,
Glazer's
let's
fault?
let's ask the future manager of Manchester United, all right, Joetino. Joe, you heard Zami, right? He has completely unloaded. That's really spiteful of him. That's him as a person. Okay, bad
Oi.
spirit.
As you know, now you have to drink water.
He has to drink water, all right? But now I'm reading the comment as well. It's really hard for me to keep focus when I'm reading stuff from Prem now. Lanchiao dance, Sunni dance. Right? The last dance turned out to be Chicago, Django, okay, and all of this. Joe, is it true? Do you actually buy this notion
I mean,
that
at least my nostalgia legend got win a Premier League title. What did your legend win?
hey, don't
Hey,
say,
hey, hey, hey,
hey,
hey,
hey, hey,
hey,
hey,
hey,
don't say,
hey, hey,
hey,
hey.
hey,
King
hey.
of the Premier League and not winning the Premier League. Guto lah. Get the fuck up, man. I ain't got
Joe,
time for this. I
Joe,
ain't got time for this.
Joe,
Okay, Joe.
He's the greatest midfielder, yes. King of the Premier League without the Premier League. I think gotta go, bro. Gotta go.
bro, he's my
Right.
gaffer, lah, bro.
Okay, jokes
Oh,
aside,
Joe,
jokes
Joe,
aside,
is
Oh,
jokes aside. Right, right.
I'm
Cristiano
sorry. I'm sorry.
Ronaldo really a
The thing
disruptive
went over my
force?
head.
Jokes
Is it?
aside, right? Jokes
Yeah,
aside.
is it
The
really a
thing
disruptive
is,
force?
guys, we I think we only have one clean sheet in 26 games.
Yeah.
Why are we blaming Ronaldo for that? Is
Mm.
Ronaldo my defenders? I
No,
don't get
but
why are we not judging the back to
Whatever
the
happened?
front?
Whatever happened to defending from the front, whereby if
yeah,
you push them back,
You look at Cavani last
yeah,
season.
you got
Cavani,
lesser option to
yeah,
attack, Joe.
Yeah, but we
Whatever
still
happened to that?
considered last season. I,
You
I,
guys
I
did,
don't
but
buy
no.
the reason where buying Ronaldo was for okay. If Ronaldo would went to City, he would
Mm.
have torn the league. Yeah, definitely.
Mm.
With Pep, no, Pep would have known how to manage Ronaldo. That's for sure.
Mm.
I think it comes down to the manager at the end of the day. Is he able to utilize players like that?
Mm.
I'll give you one example. He had VDB and he didn't use. He don't know how to use VDB.
Mm.
That alone shows the capacity that Ole had. I don't need to go to Ronaldo to talk about that. I don't need
Mm.
to touch on Sancho to talk about that. I think if a manager who doesn't know how to use Van de Beek, and I've seen Van de Beek, I'm a Dutch guy. I'm
Mm.
sorry, I'm not Dutch. I'm a Dutch fan. Shit, that came out wrongly.
Mm.
And I've seen
No.
how Van de Beek has played. I
Yeah.
know what kind of position he's playing. He's a six. He can play an eight. He can play a 10.
Mm.
He did not even get to play. And
Mm.
how ironic is he's scoring the last goal for the last game for Solskjaer. I was so happy that he scored. No, it kind of
Mm.
shows that he can play. He's the kind of
yeah,
guy that you need as your
Mm.
ball carrier when you play
Yep.
that 4-2-3-1. It's so obvious. You play as one destroyer together with one ball carrier, and he
Mm.
is the ball carrier that you need.
Mm.
Instead, but the thing is, for me, it's simple. If you don't know how to use VDB,
Mm.
then I don't think so. You know how to use the likes of Sancho. And I've been hearing things where when he wanted to revert back to a back three, he wants to play Sancho as a right wing back.
Mm.
I mean,
Mm.
I've been saying that why not just give the boy a chance to try?
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying that because so that this guy will get to play.
Mm-hmm.
If he don't play in right wing back, then where is he going to play? So the thing is, right now, so Ole was what he was trying to do is he was trying to fit a system into this team
Yep.
instead of looking at the crop of players he has
Mm-hmm.
and fit a particular system with this with this squad of players.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is what they should have been doing. Yeah, last season you guys can say that yeah we had our attacking was flawless. No, we were pressing from the front and from the
Yeah.
back, but we were still conceding goals
Mm-hmm.
unnecessarily. We were doing still clumsy mistakes.
Yep.
We brought Varane to shape that, but he got injured and stuff. I don't know what my medical board is doing,
Yep.
and the thing is, if we are going to be playing like this, not pressing from the front and conceding goals, I
Mm-hmm.
think we need to look back at our defense as well. As
But
much as my midfielders and my forwards can press,
Yep.
we are we are letting go goals easily from set pieces. I
Mm-hmm.
can't blame Ronaldo for that. I can't blame Bruno for that.
Mm-hmm.
Set pieces, corners, free kicks. That is a defender's rule book. That is your rule book. That is the time where you say, "Bam!" I goes in to clear everything.
Mm-hmm.
One-on-one chances. That red card that he got in against Watford.
Yeah.
I can't blame that Ronaldo. He got the ball individually. Where you want Ronaldo to come? Come all the way down to the
no,
mid to
but you
press?
see,
No. I don't buy
mm,
this reason where everybody is saying that Ronaldo is the fault. Ronaldo is the fault. I mean, come on, boys. We have played football before. We have
Yeah.
seen it. If you don't want one guy to press, it's fine.
Mhm.
It's still fine. You still can get the luxury, but your other players have to do the job, and
Okay.
you work that team around it. You get what I mean? So as a manager, you work that kind of formation around it. If you're
Fair.
gonna and I remember at one point in time we played seven defenders in one game,
Yep.
four defenders with three defensive midfielders, and even then
Uh,
they said that it's because of Ronaldo. We lost because of Ronaldo. Ronaldo did not press. Buto, we got seven defenders here on the pitch, and you're playing my striker because he didn't press from the front. That's ridiculous, man. Are we watching football or hockey?
no lah. But Joe, I
Yet
think
we are blaming Ronaldo for it. I still don't get it. So
okay.
no,
you,
Joe.
you guys
I
get
don't
my
think.
point. That's the
Hey,
point
let
I'm,
me talk
I'm
lah.
trying to say. I understand that you guys are saying that.
Sunni dance.
Yeah,
No.
I
Hey,
understand that.
hey, Machas, relax
No, you
lah,
see,
Machas.
no, Joe. You see, Joe. I mean, I don't think they're saying that Ronaldo is the main cause of it. Like you think about it, right? It is essentially the same Van de Beek that wasn't played last
He's
season
part
when
of
he
the
was
sum,
purchased,
right? He's part of
right?
the sum.
Yeah, it's the same defense that was conceding goals last season as well, even from set pieces. And where else? Maguire was the same. Okay, Maguire last season was slightly better lah. Okay, this season is shit lah. I don't know why, but you see, not entirely solely on Ronaldo, but the fact that is the same crop of team minus Ronaldo last season without Van der Beek, still conceding goals, but was still attacking and
True.
scoring
True.
goals.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
where did that go then?
Uh-huh. How do you legislate for that? Right, because the only difference right now in the current roster is Cristiano Ronaldo. Right, because apart from Cristiano Ronaldo, the rest of the components they are all the same. And then you add in this guy, Cristiano Ronaldo, and then everything completely disintegrated. Yes, I think from our neutral view, how does that even make sense? The equation, or rather, the math
Mm,
does not stack up. How can a striker be at fault for defensive lapses? But like what Tips has actually alluded to, the only difference this season, Joe, is Cristiano Ronaldo.
mm.
So has Ole turned completely sour overnight?
Okay, Arsenal considered 4 goals. Yeah, do you blame
Mm,
Aubameyang for that?
I do. I swear to God, I do.
Why
And
do you
that's
blame Aubameyang? What
no,
can he do?
no, because right now the game has actually evolved into a different
Tavares
beast.
scored back pass twice
He
in the
did.
game.
He did. But
You don't want to blame him, but you want to blame
okay,
Aubameyang.
but of course,
It was a play from the
not
back.
just defensive, right? When
It
you
was a
score,
play from
when
the
you
back.
score, when you score
All
a
right,
goal,
I'm trying to
the
defend it.
complexion and the
If you guys
dynamics
will
of the game
look
will
at it,
change as
right?
well.
No, most of the goals considered from us
Mhm.
were our silly mistake playing from the back.
Yeah, they were, of course. But you
Yeah,
mentioned, do I blame
at least
Aubameyang in this
70% of the
instance?
goal, eh?
Yeah, but like I mentioned, right? When I lay down all the results, right, the zeros at the back, it shows that he has zero contribution as well. So let's say, for example, right now the game is at 2-0, okay, and yet you have your Aubameyang scoring 2-1. The game would have taken a different swing, okay, and that's where I think I blame Aubameyang, right? Just not necessarily because he does not press from the front, which he does. He is actually a top presser right now. All right, and that's the question for Cristiano Ronaldo, because if he's not scoring the goals, he's not going to do you the pressing as well. So, what is his capabilities and what is his role on the pitch.
No,
Four goals.
I don't think anyone is saying
Four
that
goals.
Ronaldo
Remember,
is that.
you told me right. Lukaku never defend what?
Oh, are we bringing? Wow, this has taken
Yo, man, Bruno, that's what you
360.
fucking tell me
Okay,
what.
everybody, our show
When I
is done.
came back,
Bye. Good night.
Lukaku don't run, Lukaku don't dribble, Lukaku don't press. And what you tell me? He is a fucking striker. That's what you tell me what.
You
So
can get away with
I
it.
have the three of
You
yours.
can get away with it
Then
when your
today,
team
when Ronaldo
is
talk about
bloody
this, you're
winning.
telling me that Ronaldo needs to
When
calm
it's
down,
bloody
to rest
winning.
and all this.
All right, but when you're not, this is where you will dissect.
So Lukaku don't need to do anything because he's a striker, score goal enough.
No, he
Yeah,
does.
Ronaldo's a striker,
He
but he
runs
score goal
back.
enough,
You
what?
could see, right?
Wait, that is what the three of you tell me, right? Remember, WhatsApp group, remember the whole time and show everything on. Huh? When I said Lukaku don't
Ah,
dribble,
you see, ah,
Ronaldo don't
you trigger,
score,
you
and what the
trigger,
three
you
of you
trigger.
said, hey, he's a striker, bro. He score goal enough already. What is the rationale between Lukaku and Ronaldo now?
I think
The
you and I
rationale
can
is
relax
the
already lah.
team that they are playing for.
Is
One is
first.
winning
One
and
is
one
first
is in
table.
the pit.
One is the top of the table.
Yes, that's the difference, Joe. Right? You know for
Yeah, but the
sure
thing is,
if
Ronaldo
your
is
team is
scoring
winning,
goals.
you can be a
What?
peasant.
Lukaku
He's
isn't
not
scoring any
scoring in the
goal.
Premier
How is
League.
Ronaldo scoring goals?
He's not in the Premier League, Joe.
When was the last time he scored a goal?
Lukaku also is not scoring
He's
anything. How are we
injured.
not
Bloody
blaming?
hell, he's injured.
Before that, he was injured. He was not saying we were still going on for Ronaldo. What?
Aduh.
Let's move on to the next one. All right.
No, we are not moving on to the next one.
What are we on right now? So are we going to do a direct comparison between Lukaku and Cristiano Ronaldo?
Yeah, I remember
Because if we are,
I was
we've
screaming
got
for that, man.
Snackel.
Look
We've
at that.
got
My stat man has
Snackel.
come out. Ronaldo has 11 goals and assists in 14 games for United.
Take away Champions League, please.
We're talking about.
Take away Champions League.
Tips,
we all
don't
good,
get,
okay.
don't get involved in this.
Yeah,
I'm just saying we should have done the scores first.
No, that's why I said don't ever,
Home ready.
don't bring out Cristiano
Okay,
Ronaldo
okay.
ever again. Huh?
Let's lay this down, all right? Let's lay this down, all right? I think
Okay.
lately I've been reading this Ralph, I don't know, Ragnarok guy. I don't know. I want to name him Ragnarok, the Thor, the Ragnarok guy. Okay, about this.
Oh
Gary
no,
Passing.
Tristan asking me why take away CL because Ole is not getting sacked because of a Champions League result, bro. He's getting sacked because of his Premier League's result. Okay, all right, go on.
Okay, so the thing is, I think I've read much. If we're gonna press, we have a press team. Yes, team football. It has to start from the front. Yeah, I mean I'm a number 6, and as a number 8, you would want your striker to bloody press
Yeah.
so that we get the ball and we do the dirty job. All right. And the last gate is our centre backs.
Mhm.
Yeah, Ronaldo is not doing it. Period. He's not doing it. As a manager, you see that, you know, if one player is not doing it. At the point of time when United was playing with Ruud van Nistelrooy, Van rarely press unless he needs to. He's a very intelligent player. He press when he needs to, and he deploys the likes of Park Ji-sung, all right, to run and to chase and to back. And so, as a manager, you see this, you know that your striker is the kind of striker that you just cross the ball in, he will pick a position, he will score goal, and he doesn't want to run much. You know you have the kind of player. So why don't you work around it? You know, that's what I'm trying to say. My manager, Ole, has to work around it. You can't just say because he bought Ronaldo, it's a failure. But the thing is, he just doesn't know how to use a player like Ronaldo then. That which comes back to my point earlier and said that much is his capacity. His managerial capacity is that much. We can't blame much. No, we do not have a Park Ji-sung to run. I thought maybe Fred would have been that one, but I guess Fred is not so. So at the end of the day, it comes back down to the manager again to see how are we going to evaluate and run this team. Yeah.
Okay, all right. In fact, our private chat is also blowing off, Joe.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just expose these two inbreds right here. Okay, Zami actually texted in our private chat. If this was at one place, me and Tips would have gone for the teh tarik at the side, and then Tips responded. That's why. Ha 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 ha.
Hey,
Oh,
do you,
you're not
do you
reading
know?
that.
Wait. Okay, now my turn. Now my turn. Do you know that just now when you, Joe and Ann were going back and forth, right? Tips and I were at the side laughing, like we're like, what the fuck is wrong with this two makan?
This
Aku
is-
mayang.
This is like
Out of nowhere, Abu Mayang
and then Lukaku.
Then see, then
And then Lukaku.
your Captain Marvel never win Premier League.
Yeah, you
We were
I had to defend my player, man. I'm
two
not
weeks,
gonna say my CR.
two
I
weeks
had to
me and
defend my
Tim
confinement.
were
player.
like, what the hell, sir? Like, what are we supposed to do now? Like,
You know, right?
that's
Some
what I
2 weeks,
said.
2 weeks in Tekong confinement, and as soon as you reach mainland, the first girl you see, that's your meet. Everybody will start to, ooh, 2 weeks off
Ladies
the
and
pitch for us.
gentlemen, this is the reason why when we had that 2 weeks of the
Yeah,
big focus, all
it's
the
tiring,
energy
man, to
comes
do
out
this job.
today.
Yes.
This
Okay.
is
All right.
today.
Let's go on. Let's go on. Let's go on. You know what? Blame Joe. Blame this guy. He was the one who asked about CR7, not me. Okay. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, we got a good one, boys. Would any board in charge of a huge club actually wait for a new manager? Appoint someone interim. The last was Goose hitting, but he had
Aston
the
Villa
merits.
become Villa Pool FC now.
Hey, why am I being pulled into this?
We will come to his part later on. I have saved some powder for Aston Villa as well. Don't worry about it, okay? So, but then back to the question: would any board in charge of a huge club actually wait for a new manager, appoint someone in there? I think it does not matter the size, right? Whether you're a big or a small club. At the end of the day, I think right now the land is really scarce when it comes to the selection of managers.
Yeah, I think
You,
appointment of managers can be done easily. It can
yeah,
be
the
done months.
option is
The
really low right
option
now.
is limited
Hey,
as
but
well.
Yeah.
but 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 seems like Mr. Mio got some inside info. Three times he tagged Tristan. Three times he tagged Tristan and said Poch coming in a few days.
Tips, just a word of
And
advice. If
Winnie the
you are
Pooh,
if you start to believe Mio, okay, after this tomorrow you change your name also. Okay, you go to Lavender ICA,
Hey,
put a hole through your NRIC, change your name.
he is my FPL guru, no?
Oh yeah, FPL
Oh,
Guru. Guru
oh.
G. Okay. I actually was sad. I only had to apologize for smiling in the postman. Like you say, it's personality and some bastards milk it. Okay, let's be real right here. This is the humane side of me, right? When I saw his interview, I wanted to cry, boy.
Mm,
I really wanted to. That went straight like a dagger through my heart because at the end of the day, he is living a fan's dream to be the
Mm.
manager of the
yep.
club you love. Not only did you play for them and you enjoyed a really sterling success that was really roaring on every level, and then to be the manager of the club as well, you cannot write the script any better for a player like Ole. And I think he knows deep down in his heart he's never gonna land a bigger gig than Manchester United. This is probably
Yep.
now who is trembling in fear, the Molder's current manager,
Yep.
because
Probably he's
Ole
gonna
is
go back
available.
Molder.
Because Ole is available.
That's what happened. What Molder to Cardiff, Cardiff back to Molder, Molder to
yeah,
United.
I think it's
But
better for him there. Like, he can win some titles there as well.
okay, so let's quickly wrap this up, boys. As usual, 52 minutes, and we are still on agenda number one. We've got five more to go on. Huh? All right, but what do you make of Ole's tenure right now, Zami? Let's start with you for the good or for the bad, the yin and the yang, the black and the white.
I mean, it's sad that he has to go, like what you mentioned, lah. As a legend, coming to manage the club that
Yeah.
you are in love with. I think it's a fan's dream. Even if you play football manager,
Mm.
if you manage Arsenal and you get sacked, I think the sadness you can feel, you can kind of like virtually feel how Ole will have felt.
Yeah, boy.
No, I think the interview also says a lot about how even he was classy even at the end. He managed to do the interview. I mean, other lesser manager will like fuck this shit. No, I'm done.
Yep.
But the fact that he put away that bit that
Mm,
I'm sure that he would be bitter because being sacked. The fact that the fans were divided on
yep.
him,
Yep.
and yet he does that interview. I
Mm.
think it says a lot. But although
Mhm.
it feels like a circus because you see, like, I think I saw somewhere like Lampard got sacked. There
Yep.
wasn't any exit interview of that sort,
Mhm.
because I think Joe mentioned it. It's a job. You can't cut it. Sorry. Best wishes. Well wishes on your best. Your future endeavors. Life move on. But I think the fact that because he is a legend
Mhm.
for United. Kind of like smoothen the whole road, and I think coming back to the point, the Glazers know that right now they are deflecting the whole, being the big target.
Yeah.
So let's have that distraction of, I think Tristan saying that, it's for the clicks. Just
Oh,
have this fan
if
saying
it
that.
was, then he definitely clicked my heart, man. He definitely clicked my
Yeah,
heart.
yeah, but yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say that it's a bad appointment, that bad tenure that he had at United. But for as a neutral fan, as rival fans, I think we enjoyed the always
We
at the
did.
wheel lah.
We definitely did. All right.
Milk it lah.
I
We milk it.
and you know what? I think somebody asked me, "Wait, dude, you're an Arsenal fan. How can you enjoy United's demise?" I say, "Bro, even if I'm supporting Scantop, I'm still gonna enjoy United demise, man. I don't care who I'm supporting, but it's Manchester United, and that is again a testament of how big this
Big,
club and the
yep.
institution is. All right, and
Yes.
Stevie G, Claret and Blue." You keep that smile on because right after this is going to be Steven Gerrard, the prodigal son, the Premier
Eh,
League king, who has never won any Premier League medal for himself. But yes, the self-venerated
Don't
one.
say that,
Oh,
okay?
not yet, not yet. Okay, but are you gonna hang Ole his flowers? Are you gonna be really condemning?
no, I actually feel where Ole comes from because I mean, not too long ago, Villa also sacked their manager, who is also a boyhood Villa fan.
Oh yeah, yes, yes.
So
Dean Smith.
so his father was a boyhood, his grandfather, his father himself,
Yep.
all boyhood Villa fans. To be sacked by a boyhood club, it will be very sad, definitely. But then again, I think just like Dean Smith, Ole, managing your club, having the opportunities once in a lifetime. So he can definitely look back, and the takeaways will be, the opportunity that he got. He did stabilize the club. I mean,
Yep.
unfortunately, he couldn't win anything, but he
Yeah.
did stabilize the club, and I hope he left the club in a better place than what he got from Mourinho.
Mhm.
So heart goes out to him, but and I really don't think he's cut out for a job in the Premier League.
Okay, Joe, probably this is the biggest soul consolation. All right, right now, if he's not cutting it when it comes to the podium finishes, but at least you know for sure Ole at the wheel will top the British chart, Joe. But come on, have your say because when he was sacked, our show was off.
I mean,
This is your time.
if Ole can top the British chart, reasons why British can never make it in music, man.
Hey,
I
I
think,
just found out Adele is a fucking Spurs fan.
yeah,
And
yeah.
that's why you had song like Rolling in the Deep.
Yes.
There's a fire.
Oh my goodness.
Now you know why all her songs are sappy. Okay, but anyway, go
No
on.
wonder. Okay, I think he did a wonderful of a job as a fan, as a player. He did what he could, and I just feel the job was just a little bit too much for him. Expectation was a little bit too much. He,
Yep.
he just didn't know how to use certain players to his strength, which he could have done in the last game. I think if not for the sent off, I think we would have at
What?
least gotten a draw though. He saw how
Oh no, the comment. No, later on, later on. Jojo, go on, go on.
what,
No,
yeah.
somebody
So
wanted to be funky.
it's I don't know what's happening. Yeah.
No, go on,
Yeah,
go on, Joe, go on.
for me, I will not say that he did a very bad job. All right, he did an okay job. He did not too bad. But the thing is, I will say this again. Not many times, or not. I think not all the time where a club of a huge stature will actually give a former player or former legend a chance. I think a few clubs have done it before, and it didn't go well for some as well. And I think this is the time where we state that enough is enough. I think no more legends to come in and to try. I think they've already done it, and you can try other clubs then. And he did a good job. He did a good job for me, a fair job, decent enough.
Yeah.
But like what you guys said, I don't think so. Ole is cut up for a Premier League. I feel that he should probably head up to I don't know, go back to Malta or try Spanish or Italian, something that's
Will he land another Premier League job, Joe?
I feel he might. He
Yeah,
might.
right? Yeah, yeah.
If
I thought.
Frank is in the running for a job, I feel that people like him, probably like the likes of Granada will come for him.
Oh yeah,
And,
for
they,
sure.
they would want him to get him his expertise in, and you can never know. For all you know, there
And
are clubs
and
that
and
may
Joe,
come
the
for him.
reason why Stevie G, Claret and Blue was laughing, he was giggling like a cute newborn.
I was actually shocked when I saw that
Okay.
comment.
What is
All
it?
right.
Don't know if
This
this
is
is
my okay.
counts, but
First and foremost, hello, Martoti Leon. This is
Welcome from
definitely
the
your
Rock.
first time, unless you have changed your account name to a brand new one. All right, but keep up the cover. Don't know if this is covered, but would the United fans take in Stevie G? He did actually lead Rangers to an unbeaten season.
I'm
Who
in another
knows?
multiverse, I think.
He might lead you all to the gold trophy. Joe, quick one. Steven
I
Gerrard.
think
You see, this is why I was like, huh?
I think the question is, will Stevie G even come to United though? I mean,
Stevie
it's
G. Might as well we take Klopp.
this one.
No, there should be no question. Stevie G isn't with Rangers. Period. He's moved 2 weeks ago.
Guys,
And they joke as if
look at how defensive this Scouser is right now.
I am not a
Ah.
scouser.
No, if
All
Sir
right, from
Matt
a
can do it,
villain to a Scouser.
why not Stevie J? Okay, all right. Okay, there you go. By Alex. Alex, I thought only overachieved in getting second and the last two seasons, and this inflated the expectations of the fans, especially with the signings of CR7 Gerrard and Poncho. He will continue to call Sancho Poncho, Ajo. At the starting of Poncho. And yeah, and this is where I want to actually come in and also give Alex a big high five because I thought he wouldn't have actually lasted the distance. And for him to have lasted this long, right? I don't know, man. A lot of miracle intervention along the way, but hey,
Oh,
he
that is
there
Saiful.
that was Saiful. Oh, okay, bro, Saiful. All right. But hey, you got to give him his props, man. He actually not only did he last, but there was also tangible progress. Yes, silverware was nowhere to be seen.
Yep.
All right, but maybe that was his medical condition. He is allergic to silver, like I mentioned to them.
Betul.
All right, he must be eating soup from wooden spoon. That is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. But from sixth, third to second, that is indeed progression. And if you tell me right now that Arteta can offer me the same thing without any silverware, I would have actually grabbed and bite your
Yeah.
arms off if he can promise me that as well. But you're a different beast than we are. You're a different stage, different spending power, and you're shopping from a different complex. Of course, expectation will always be hoisting up that silverware. All right, boys, let's go on to the next one. That was a long one, Joe. But what do you
Yeah.
expect? This is the big focus anyway. All right, so we're going to right now go through results by results. The first one, boys, we've got Leicester 0, Chelsea 3. This was actually the first match to be played last week. Early kickoff. I'm gonna go.
Yep.
I watched that match a bit. I don't know whether you did tips,
Yep.
but then again, Chelsea complete demolition job. They could have been easily 6 and 7, and had it not been for Peter Schmeichel and also bad finishing from Chelsea. But again, but one guy. I actually got his graphics up. All right, let me see if I do have right now. Actually, the graphic is not up yet, but let's go continue with the conversation. How the hell do you penetrate Chelsea's defense? Tips right now.
You look at Reece James and Chilwell. Don't even talk about their defense. These two as their wing backs, gosh, really gave me good points, lah. But then again, yeah,
Yeah,
they've got a very strong defense. How many
that's
goals
what
have
we
they
care about.
considered? One or two so
Three, I
far?
think, three or
Three.
four.
Three.
I
At
think
best,
it's 3 goals.
three. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really
Solid
it's
backline, man.
yeah, very very solid backline. Thiago Silva at the age of 37,
Mhm.
and he's still performing, commanding his defense. Commanding his boxes, his
Mhm.
defense line. You got to give it to Chelsea. I mean, I've got no words. They just steamrolling away.
Yeah, boy. And
Yeah.
also, I think what was again an interesting point for discussion, the Boo Boys, they were back in full force at first half 2-0. I couldn't believe it. They were really booing the team off the pitch at halftime,
Hmm.
and then right after that, I think Brendan Rodgers was being really snuckly about it. He actually beat back, and then he mentioned that that was really uncalled for. Leicester right now we have overachieved. We have been punching above our weight.
Hmm.
So it is him telling the Boo Boys to manage your expectation,
Yep.
boys.
Yep.
Because right now, the past two seasons finishes, there was all false pretense. Zami, would you like your manager to say that after a crushing 3-0 defeat that manage your expectation? We are not that good.
I think the problem is this that when you have success, I think it breeds that expectations. So I think the Leicester fans they were expecting, they had a great run past two season. Of course they were expecting, Brendan Rodgers to do better. And the fact that Brendan Rodgers' names are in the mix of being the next United manager says a lot about his work. You know.
Mm,
So
mm.
I feel that the fact that
Could he also
Brendan
be
Rodgers had
distracted?
to actually
Could he be
I
distracted
mean
as well?
I mean, why not? If you look at it, it's compared Leicester to United history against history versus one of the middle. I would say those middle classes,
Mm,
middle clubs. I think definitely your heads would turn lah. I mean, come on
mm.
lah. It's like you are working from a small company to Microsoft.
Mm.
Yep.
Who want to take up the offer?
Wait, he managed
Your heads
Liverpool.
would turn.
He managed Liverpool before. Be careful.
Well,
A big club,
like I
mammoth.
said, you want to talk, like if he's, he managed Liverpool, yes,
Yeah.
but is he a club legend? Is he a club legend as like how Rafa Benitez is?
Mm,
Anything, now loyalty is very different. No, it's not like last time. You know,
true.
at the end of the
Okay.
day, it's still who's paying the job, who's paying me for the next job.
I think in a nutshell, he could have been distracted. I mean, at the end of the day, like what Zam said, like, you're working for this company, or Google, Apple comes in, you will get your head turned, right?
Mm.
True.
So he may or may. I mean, again, the same can be said about Leicester.
But the post-match conference, I think that's slightly troubling, man. Tips
I,
for you
I,
to say that. I mean, of course,
you
it
shouldn't.
was, yeah, it was done probably. I don't know. I wouldn't say it was done in bad faith, but that was him really trying to hit back at the fan base.
It's wrong of him. You see, it's not like Leicester has been underperforming the past few seasons, and then suddenly, they
Yeah,
just
yeah.
come up. Ever since they won that title, they've
Mhm.
been around there, and then the last 3 seasons, they've been on the up.
Yeah.
So expectations to be that high is a very common thing. You know, it's really common. Expectations leads to disappointment. So I think the Leicester fans are disappointed with how they're doing.
Yep.
And you can't blame them because they almost penetrated the top four twice last
Yeah.
season, the season before, and
Only
to
to fall
start,
short, right?
yeah, only to fall short and to start the season this badly, it is expected of them. So, but I
Okay.
don't think Brendan Rodgers should have done that as a coach or team manager. That's not right of him to
You
have,
should never say
given that
that,
remark.
boy. Yeah. All right,
Yeah,
Joe. I think this guy here, Sean Kingston, your way to mention Angolo. Is there a better?
Kante, Kante.
Is there a better DM right now on Earth, on planet Earth, Joe? Is there another one better than him?
But the thing is, in Chelsea, he doesn't really play the DM role, though. If you look at it,
No, no.
No,
I
no.
think right now he is being afforded more mobility and more
yeah,
yeah,
license to
he's
go forward.
given more space in front to
I don't
Box
know.
to
roam with
box.
the ball.
Yeah, bro. I don't know whether you actually seen the goal. He picked up the ball from almost halfway line. He ran
Halfway line, and he
straight
just
right to the heart of
went in
defense,
there.
and he shot with his left foot.
Yeah, and the thing is, I think Tuchel's tweaked his position. I think he's no
yep,
longer a DM. I think he's good. He's right now playing a box to box midfielder.
That
yep,
I
was
think
what
he's playing
Sari
that 6 to 8 role.
Sari right. And remember Sari tried to do it with him as a number 10
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he
yeah,
up
couldn't.
front. And he couldn't. He failed.
Yeah, he failed. And here, I just think that he likes this. And the thing is, I feel that Kante likes to have the ball into his feet all the time. He likes to
Mm.
run with the ball. He likes to just that he's not the kind of player who sees passes,
Yep.
yeah.
but he can hit the long balls
And he can
and he
run.
can
He's
hit
got
those
the
runs.
engine.
He
Yeah,
can
and
do
the
that
thing is
all day
because
long.
previously, if you look at it when he played in Leicester and when he played the first couple of seasons in Chelsea, he was more of the defensive role that
Defensive.
opens up
Yeah.
space.
Yep.
Yeah, he just sits in front of the defense
He's
and he
gonna mop
opens
out.
up play.
He's gonna
Yeah,
mop
and
out.
he just mop out the whole thing.
Yep.
But right now, he is more of the fella to go now. It won't be even wrong if Mason Mount is going to be off form. If he goes out off form, Kante could be the next number 10.
Mm.
And
Okay.
Jorginho is right now playing the deep lying playmaker.
Yeah,
He
bro.
just sits
Mm.
in front of the
Yeah,
defenders,
I
gets
think
the
Jorginho is
ball.
more of the DM.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he either see the left back, the left wing back of Chelsea, or he sees Kante running it, or he sees Kovacic running past his left wing. It's right now. I think Jorginho is their DM, and I think Kante is the number 10. Man, that fella is on fire right now. But
yep.
boy, what a switch
Mm.
of position though.
Yeah,
Hey,
well.
I think we also forgot no that when Kante was at Leicester, he was doing that role that he's playing. No, that he was doing at
He
Chelsea.
was, yeah, yeah. He was
He
traveling
was,
I think
upwards,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Yeah.
like
because
going
everyone
up and
forgot.
down, up and
Yeah,
down.
we
But right now, I
forgot
think
the fact.
maybe
Yeah.
age is catching up. He
Yeah.
can go up, but cannot come down.
Cannot
Really,
come back down,
And
yeah.
back then he was like bam, boom, bam,
Yeah.
boom.
You know,
There was
there was a myth, right? 70% of the earth is covered by
Yes,
Kante.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Tim.
Yeah,
Don't have to
yeah.
rerun that meme again, please. Okay, let's go on with this. All right, we've got from Prem Rogers Forever Snarky. Always think that the club owes him a big deal, but he never dared challenge the Anfield faithful. To date, only two managers dare to challenge the Cop, Klopp, and Glish. And then to top it off, Roger always wants full control and power. Amazing manager with young players, but often lets his ego get in the way. This is a side of him that I never knew existed. And it's something that I mentioned on your show before. Yeah, you did, Prem. You did wanted full control of transfer in LFC. Same time at Leicester too. All right, and then so everybody coming in big for Kante. Kante, the best defensive midfielder in the world right now. But Joe mentioned he's probably the best number 8 at this current moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Kante deserves the plaudits, but I did like to say Fabinho is criminally underrated by lots of neutral, one of the world's best. Prem, Prem,
I
after
won't
this you will
really,
speak.
I won't really say
Prem,
Jorginho is underrated though.
after this we will come to Liverpool, Prem.
He's trying to say that enough of Aston
Ah,
Villa already, lah,
he is
guys.
that kind
Hey,
of guy
haven't
when
even go there yet, lah.
when you invite him for your housewarming, right? Then he look, hey, whoa, nice, your living
No,
room,
but
but
the
you
thing
know
is,
my house, huh?
I think
My
no,
house.
I don't think so. Fabinho is underrated though. I think that boy is world class in number
Yeah.
in number 6.
I
As a
like
defensive
for
midfielder,
me, he's the
I
best.
think he and Rodri. I
For me.
will pair these two with Bissouma.
Ooh,
Sorry,
Yeah.
I forgot about Bissouma.
Rodri had a
Zuma.
good game,
Yeah.
lah.
Yeah,
I think
Rodri
I think in the world right now there's only 4: Rodri, Rice, Fab,
and Nakamba,
Bissouma.
marvelous.
No,
Hey,
come on,
what?
come on,
Hey,
marvelous.
excuse me. Anggisa lah. Anggisa.
Anggisa,
Frank
Anggisa.
Ambo Anggisa.
Okay.
Anggisa.
All right, let's move on to the next one. Oh, the next one, Aston Villa versus Brighton, Joe. 2-0. Okay,
Okay,
this is
why?
where
Why?
Zami, private chat. If this is one time
Hey,
that we
why
all
you're
can
running
sit
away?
aside, right?
Zam,
This is
Zam.
Zam.
Minum kopi lah,
Minokopi,
balik lah.
private chat. This is the time that guy, Stevie G, Claret and Blue. All of a sudden, Stevie G, Claret and Blue. But before we touch on the result, it's been a long time, man, that he has last tasted a W.
Yes, yeah.
Really soon,
5 games ago, no.
5 games.
Bloody hell. To be specific, after the 1-0 win over United on September
What
26th,
happened?
yeah.
What happened? There was a monumental event, right? That happened during the win.
Ah, damn, bro. No. I think it was a curse. Lah.
Hey, wait. We
I
need to
tell
answer
you.
this. Prem has been going on for.
Underrated.
Hey, Prem, this one need to ask the Brazilian manager. I have no answer to how come he's starting there.
Uh-huh.
I got no answer. I really
Uh,
got no answer.
Prem, if you need any clue, maybe you check OnlyFans from the Brazil manager. He has an account, and in his account, Fred is always part of the program together.
Maybe Fabinho in a yellow shirt doesn't perform, but Fred in a yellow shirt performs.
True. Casemiro, anyone? I love Casemiro. I don't know about you guys. I love Casemiro, man. All right,
Premier
and
League
then
now. We're not saying the world, man.
yes. Okay. Go on. Back. All right, back to the brief. All right, it's Aston Villa. That's all that matters right now. Drop everything, guys, that you're doing. This is Aston Villa time, baby. All right. Okay, but tips before we go on with the result right now. Let's go a bit on the low. Okay,
Uh-huh.
your gaffer right now, your ex rather, sorry, your ex gaffer,
My Dean Smith.
your Dean Smith, all right, your Dean Smith. Because why? As soon as they actually announced the sacking, I've never seen once the football fraternity actually so unified when it comes
Yep.
to criticizing a particular event, act, or organization. Because everybody unanimously agreed that Aston Villa got it wrong. The timing was wrong, and they didn't respect the brief. They should have given Dean Smith a bit more time because he deserved it, not based on just rapport, prestige, and also historical
Liverpool
credit, but because
FC.
what he has done for Aston Villa the last few seasons.
Liverpool.
I don't know
No.
about you. I
I
don't know
mean,
about you.
I mean, as much as
Is it called for?
I mean, it was sad seeing him go, obviously, because seeing Dean Smith leaving Villa, I've never felt so sad. Stop it in the private sector.
Joe, let him speak. He's a Rasta boy, don't
Sorry.
play.
Okay.
Okay, go
No,
on.
I mean, seeing Dean Smith leaving Villa, is something that if you had told me 1 year ago you'll see Jack Grealish in a Man City kit and Dean Smith managing Norwich, I would have laughed at y'all, but it is what it is, right? I myself said that with how we started the first 3 games of the season, losing to Watford, 3-2. Anyway, yeah, Joe, don't feel bad. We lost as well, 3-2.
Oh yeah, you did. You did. Yes.
So
My
I mean,
team won.
yeah. So I
1-0.
told myself, if anything, give Dean Smith 10 games before we can judge him, right? After that win against United, we lost to Spurs just before the international break. A game that Spurs was actually shit. Spurs was shit. But then we still managed to lose 2-1. And then we come back from international break and we were leading 2-0 against Wolves, and then we ended up losing 3-2 in the last 10 minutes. Right? So I think the wheels fell off there. And then I think Dean Smith probably just lost the dressing room there. And I think it was sad to see him go, but I think it was needed if the club was to pick itself up, considering the fact that
What do you have to say again? All the scathing remarks made by pundits and all the ex-professionals, condemning the act of the sacking itself.
the pundits can go fuck themselves.
I think the biggest one is your own lover boy Gabby, right? Akbar Lahore also
Well,
said something on his Instagram account, and then he got
He's active on Instagram, man.
if you look at Gabby, yeah, he had so much of things to say. By the end of the day, Gabby, the last few seasons with us, was just stealing a living, so he can fuck right off as well, even though he's a Villa legend, right? You play for Villa, you were stealing a living in the last 2-3 seasons. You only came. Yes, thank you very much for always scoring against the Blues comes, but he can't have any say about that. The rest of the pundits, I mean, I dislike Danny Murphy. I hate Danny Murphy the way he talks, but
Danny
I think
Mills?
he got it. Danny Murphy.
What about Mills though? I think Mills was
Dan-
really
Dan- Danny
organs
Mills-
blazing.
Danny Mills, another cunt.
another cunt. Yeah, I was going to say that.
Another cunt, Danny Mills.
Yeah, but I think Danny Murphy had it right when he said that because when Villa appointed that free kick or technical, set piece specialist, right? This Nanny McPhee. Well, actually, his name is Austin McPhee. Danny Murphy did ask, why does a club need a set piece specialist? Everybody was on his back.
Uh-huh.
Everybody was saying Danny Murphy doesn't know football, he can go fuck right off and all of that.
Uh-huh.
But then, when the set piece specialist didn't do any jack shit and the club was conceding goals,
Uh-huh.
right? Everybody was on the fella's back. So
Yep.
Danny Murphy got it right. So I think it is sad, but it's the right time to part ways and say goodbye.
Okay. So that's the Dean Smith part done. Joe, can you behave yourself when Tips is speaking? Yeah. Why is he so pensive today? Come on, Tips.
Eh,
You should be bawling your eyes out. Wait, you mentioned that
Viva Abu FC!
you mentioned that you wanted to say something on your Facebook account pertaining the sacking, right? You did not.
yeah, okay. So I mean, with regards to the entire Dean Smith sacking, like I said, seeing him manage Norwich is like seeing your love of your life with
Okay.
another guy. So it is quite sad seeing him there.
Okay.
The thing is, it's all out lah. If I've gotten over it. If you had given the big focus last Tuesday, right,
You
or the
have
week
cried.
before,
Would
I would
you?
have probably cried.
Oh, no more wasted.
Honestly, honestly,
Wasted,
I
Joe.
was I was very depressed.
En Pondicherry, where you left.
The loss against Southampton, and then after that,
Uh-huh.
knowing that Dean Smith was sacked, like the day after, the entire 3-4 days was just absolutely devastating, lah. But I've gotten over it.
Okay.
We've got a new head coach who's come
Oh,
in.
oh, do you?
Of course,
Do you?
Oh, okay.
I
Joe,
was actually
original setting, Joe, please.
Oh, okay.
Okay, go on. You can still
so we got a new head
continue.
coach who came in, and
Okay.
there's certain things he's changing. So
Okay.
with Dean Smith, we always start training at 12 o'clock because he believed in letting the players play games up till 4 a.m. But
Ooh,
with
Gerrard.
Mr. Stevie G in the house,
Oh, Mr. Stevie G, Joe.
Mr. Stevie G in the house, he
Different,
actually banned that and started training at 8 a.m. He also banned like fizzy drink, chocolate, sauces,
Hmm.
salt, and all of
Sounds
that.
like Antonio Conte. Is this Antonio Conte wannabe?
Hey, this is
No
Stevie G,
ketchup,
bro.
Oh, this is
Look,
Stevie G. Okay, let's go on to the topic of Stevie G, right? Because why? We've got another big agenda, Zami, to cover. All right, and this is
yes.
it. Can Stevie cut it? Right? Can Stevie cut it? I think, guys, of course, those 17 million people right now watching us, please chime in with your thoughts as well. Do you think that Steven Gerrard has enough minerals in it? Or the Twitter boys would say, you do have the facilities, big boy. Can he do it? Can he
Or
really
is he
do
going to
it?
be in the cancelled culture?
Yes, or will he be cancelled? All right. So I want to hear your thoughts as well. Those who are actually chiming in live with us.
Yep.
Can Steven Gerrard cut it?
Comment down, guys. Comment down. Come on.
Man down. All right. But then again,
Zami.
okay. The managerial circus, not a bit of circus. They were really swift, man, Aston Villa. I think they had a plan already. But I
Yeah, I
have
think
a
so.
question. I have a question right now. If the one managing Rangers is not Steven Gerrard, his name is Steven Seagal, or maybe Steven Azonzi, would they have gone goo goo gaga over this guy? All right, let's.
Oh.
I'm not gonna discredit what he has actually achieved for Rangers, but let's face it. All right, 3 seasons, 9 trophies to be won. He won one, right? And
Mhm.
even earlier part of this season, when he was supposed to actually qualify for the Champions League against Malmo, he completely bottled it. Much to the ire of the Rangers fans, they wanted him out earlier on.
Mhm.
They got their wish, right? That's the sad part. They got their wish. He's out right now, but is this an overrated appointment? If it's not Steven Gerrard, would they have actually taken a look down that barrel?
Nah. I think that the Steven Gerrard appointment is down to just one person, and it's
First
Christian
low.
Perslow.
Yeah.
Perslow was with Liverpool, years ago, right?
Mm.
And he's friends with Gerrard. And when Villa was in the Championship 3 seasons ago, and Dean Smith was, before he was appointed, right?
Yeah.
Perslow had a chat with Gerrard, but Gerrard felt that the step was too soon to the Championship, to English football in general.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I thought he saw the future to the championship.
no, he just felt he did say that it was too soon to be
Okay.
managing in the English league, and he wanted to hone his skills elsewhere. And I think he was just leaving the Liverpool under 23 back then, if I'm not wrong. So honestly, the Steven Gerrard appointment, I'm excited to see what he would bring
Uh-huh.
to what he'll bring to Villa. I mean, the initial changes looks promising, but
Uh-huh.
then again, this is just the first game that we've played. Obviously, that managerial bounce is there.
Yep.
I can only say when we've played maybe the next 10 games at least, Yeah.
Here we go again. 10 games.
Okay, thank you. So
Yeah,
guys,
yeah. After 10
TBG.
games, to see how Stevie G has implemented his style of play,
Mhm.
his new regime, his workout, everything, and then we can see how the club performs. You think about it, bro. We're playing Crystal Palace next, who's pretty good. They're pretty good,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
We're playing Man City after that. We're gonna be fucked anyways, but let's see. We're gonna play Liverpool after that. So
yeah.
the next 3 games are pretty crucial before we face Norwich, which
Mm.
will be a stumbling block as well because Dean
Yeah.
Smith is there.
Okay,
So
all
we'll
right.
talk after. We'll talk after 4 games.
All right. Okay. So before I go to Zami, I want to hear from you as well, Zami. And then let me just pick up a bit of comment, Joe, right now. Premnath asking subscription, how much?
Free
Yeah,
of charge, they free of charge.
yeah, free of charge for Liverpool fans, right? Because they really want to know why Fred is starting. Okay,
Yeah.
and then we've got Kingston. Ollie Watkins will start banging in goals now. You know
I
who
hope he's
else?
just bagging goals only.
You know who else? This is
Black
actually
players in the Premier League these days are pretty much
Yeah,
in
begging anything.
different reigns of the world.
Joe. You know what? I think a lot of people have actually failed to realize that this is also a reunion for Danny Ings and Steven Gerrard. They
Yep.
used to play
Hmm.
together as well, right? I think
And
that
get
was
and get and Gary McAllister was actually Holier's Gerard Holier's assistant when
uh,
for Villa about 10-12 years ago.
okay, all right.
Hmm.
Gabby is a fucking chibai, Joe. Always against LFC for some reason. Think Murphy is annoying very. Why is he always gloomy? He's always
Murphy,
yeah.
yeah,
He's always thunderstorm wherever he is.
he's got the
He
fuck face all the way.
Yeah, it was taken LFC setup when Klopp came. Oh, okay, okay. You know, but I like him, man. I like he speaks his opinion really well. But sad to see Devin Smith go, great guy. We'll speak about Devin Smith right after this as well. And then of course he came in once again. Stevie G is in good place to ban such things. He
Yep,
watched how bad the Spice was. Whoa, that's a good point.
that's true. That's true. Yeah.
That's a really good point. And then Arun, Steven Gerrard will be a success. Do you realize the pattern, Zami? All the Liverpool
Yes.
boys, they are coming in and giving alms. All right, they are giving alms. All right,
Zami,
and then
Zami,
uh,
hold up.
and
We
then
will have our talk.
the spot Stevie spoke about late Hule was nice to watch some Villa affinity. Tristan, this is his audition for Liverpool job after Klopp's leave. I hope he does well. Could show United thing or two about his hiring legend don't learn on the job.
I mean,
Sooner.
just to touch base on the entire audition
Yeah.
thing. I mean, a lot of people felt that he was disrespectful to Villa to say that it was an audition for the Liverpool job. But
Yeah.
let's be honest, I will take it. If it's an audition for the Liverpool job and he gets
Uh-huh.
the Liverpool job,
Uh-huh.
it means to say he has brought Villa somewhere in the next 3 years,
Okay.
right? I mean, why would Liverpool want to hire Steven Gerrard if Villa is relegated? Or, if Villa is probably fighting relegation season after season, right?
Uh, a
I don't think
certain
Liverpool's going
a
to.
certain manager got a club relegated in the Premier League. He still landed the job.
Well, true, but we've already ended that topic.
Okay,
Let's
oh, that
talk
was
about
the previous one. Okay, okay, okay.
He has
Hokkien side.
left the world,
Okay.
guys.
Yeah.
Come
You
on.
think
Bo
about it,
pake, bo pake.
but I mean, Liverpool being how they are, I don't think they will go after Steven Gerrard if Villa is gonna perform shitly. So if is the audition and if he does get the Liverpool job, he's probably gonna leave Villa in a good
Wait,
place.
don't you guys get offended by that?
I mean,
The
let's be
slightest
honest,
bit?
we know our place, right? We are not among the top 6, top 8 at this point of time
I
with
mean,
our form is.
your
I
Twitter
mean,
fans weren't like
we,
that during
I
start of
mean,
the season.
fuck Twitter fans, lah. They're full of shit. They probably think we'll win the Champions League as well. Bunch of assholes. Don't even talk about Twitter. So if Steven Gerrard can even make us an established top 10, let alone top 8 club,
Okay,
and then
alright.
goes to Liverpool, right? We
Mhm.
will then have that caliber then to hire probably an attractive manager back
Tips,
later.
the question for you, Tips. Was he always your first choice? I don't think so, right?
No, he wasn't. My first choice was always Conte.
Oh yeah.
I've always said Conte, if not Mancini, but both of them wouldn't come to Villa at this point of time, to be honest.
And then you also mentioned previously that you know where Villa is,
Lopez, he wanted.
and
Yeah.
Villa, but you wanted Conte and Mancini.
Yeah, yeah.
But,
I mean, a person can dream, right?
oh
He
no,
wanted the other guy, he wanted Favre as well, right?
Favre. Oh no, no,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was it?
No, I
Okay.
didn't really want. No, I didn't want
You
Favre.
didn't fancy him that much, lah.
Yeah, I didn't fancy that much. But of all the pool that's left, right? Who would you take?
All pool left Liverpool. All right, which TV all the best for BPL this football game. But I think as an English manager, he plays very modern football. It's nice to see managers like Potter, Stevie doing their thing because they were making Southgate look like God. I wanted Southgate to join Villa though, as a
Mm.
legend.
Bro, he
From
will
what
destroy
legend?
Villa from the inside. Bro. He
From
hates
what
Villa.
If he gets in the top 6, 8, I think good enough of an achievement. And then Arun Steven Gerrard went unbeaten, right, and broke Celtic's stronghold. He did.
Yes.
He stopped them from winning number 10. And then also, will Gerrard celebrate when Aston Villa score against Liverpool next month? Does it matter though if he does, or if he does not?
It doesn't
I think
matter.
I think
It's
he will be coy about it. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I think okay. Great one. I wanted to bring this guy's name,
Yeah.
Zami.
Oh, Giovanni
Somebody,
Van Bronckhorst.
yes, somebody that was
Giovanni.
touted to be the next replacement for Pep Guardiola, your gaffer. And
Hmm.
I don't know whether it's true or not. Maybe correct me if I'm wrong. He was in the camp, all right, to
Yeah.
go through the education like Patrick Vieira did previously, right? Because they mentioned that this guy has a lot in him. And I was reading his CV. He won the title in Eredivisie, which is again arguably a better league than the Scottish Premier League, with the
Yep.
greatest respect. And then I think he broke the stronghold of Ajax as well with his
Hmm. Very right.
PSV, and he also,
PSV.
and he also won the FA Cup equivalent, the Dutch Cup as well, for a young manager. His name was not part of the mix because he's not a certain English maverick. All right. But Giovanni Van Bronckhorst, why is nobody looking at this guy, Zami?
I think it comes back to the point lah, the household names. I think coming back to the same old like, okay, let's go for the scraps, but not looking deep enough for the underrated managers.
Mm.
And I think coming back to the point like that, if you get someone who has not experienced the English league
Mhm.
to manage, how does he go about?
Yeah.
Basically saying no balls lah.
Maybe lah. I mean,
Mm.
that's coming from you lah, not from me.
It is lah. We'll see in another 2 more years.
Hey, wait, they did not play together.
Well, it was, I
I
think
don't
Stevie
know.
G's almost last season, or he just
How
left
the
and
fuck
looking
would I
after the
know?
123.
Shut up, lah,
Something like
Joe.
that, yeah.
Why are you guys so prickly today? Just because he put on a cheeky monkey outfit.
I'm in
Salah
a
lah,
party mood
An.
today.
Huh?
Giovanni didn't manage PSV lah.
Fair not.
Paranoid
Fair
lah.
not. Fair not. Fair not. Okay, all right. I
Yeah.
wouldn't want Stevie at LFC. Gerrard himself said if it's not up to Mark, he will never take the job. LFC is a huge club. I doubt they will go down
Yeah.
sentimental route. I don't know. The same club that went for Roy, right? No, sorry, for Kenny Dalglish, their own legend.
I think okay. I think for us, right? I think for our generation, this is the thing that when you see former players becoming managers,
Mm,
we have that luxury of seeing the players that we grew up, the players that we grew up seeing playing on the field and now becoming managers. So
yep.
I think the story, the dramas, the dream story of former legends coming back to the club that they used to play,
Mhm,
doing well or not doing well, is
yep.
gonna go that way for the next 10, 20 years. And I think coming
Yeah.
back to the story, like if Gerrard does well for Liverpool, for Aston Villa, goes to Liverpool, I think the fans will be divided in that sense. Like
Yeah.
Ole is a best example. Ole is one example. Former legend.
I
No,
understand you
goes
only can use Liverpool, United, Arsenal hands.
no lah. I mean, I
Perfect.
think
Truly
like I said
understand,
lah.
Sami. I
Perfect
truly
lah.
understand.
Okay, if
Perfect
you
lah.
were to ask me,
I
if
would prefer
Vincent
Richard
Company,
Dunn, maybe Richard Dunn.
Sanji High.
why not?
Sanji.
Sanji, yeah.
Could be,
Robinho,
or maybe Kolo Toure, or
Kolo
Frank
Toure,
Lampard,
yeah,
still legends, right?
Kolo
Wait,
Toure,
hey,
Aston Villa.
please screenshot what? Screenshot Simi.
No,
You
I
know
think
what?
screenshot the one that Gerrard will do well, something like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
but then again lah, like I think with Steven Gerrard, uh, from Rangers to Aston Villa, I think it's gonna be a smooth transition in a sense. It's not like from Malmo to United that kind, or even as assistant
Molder lah,
manager.
Malmo.
Oh, Malmo, Molder, so Molder, Malmo lah.
I
Or
don't know
even
where did
asset,
Malmo
no?
come, but it's okay, I
Yeah,
get it.
Yeah, and he was the one who corrected
Zlatan
me,
lah. Yeah,
from PSV.
See lah, correct people, I cannot. Okay, or even like from assistant manager to Pep at City to Arsenal.
Okay.
Let's see how
But
it goes lah.
But you see, but the thing to add on about Steven Gerrard as well, right?
uh,
I don't think not all full credit should go to him if he does well at Villa. I mean, not all full credit is going to him because he did well at Rangers. It's his coaching staff as well. He's got a very good coaching staff.
which he brought along, right?
Which he
for
brought
the
along
Aston
as
Villa
well.
job.
Gary
Yeah.
McAllister.
Yep.
I've known Gary McAllister because he was Villa's assistant manager as well, and he
Okay.
knows Villa as a club.
Uh-huh.
Michael Beale, I honestly I don't want to just jump the gun and say I know everything about him. No, I know shit about him. But when I heard that he was bringing Michael Beale over, I did some research about him, and that fella actually did manage around the world, and
Mhm.
he's got vast experience as well. And apparently even Gerrard has credited Michael Beale so many times. So if Gerrard is to do well with Villa in the Premier League, the credit should also go to his coaching staff.
Fair. Good point.
Yeah.
Joetino, you look really glum. What's up, love?
No,
Hello, love.
at least my club has legends.
Oh, Joe, please
Wow,
mention it's not
wow,
about being
Joe.
sentimental. Just like
Hey,
players
Of
that will be new
course.
generation of
Okay.
person. Oh,
The thing
no
is,
screenshot. Oh, Prem Naf
oh,
saying
yeah, I
Gerrard
won't
won't
say.
take out.
Oh.
No, but I think Zam made a very good point where he said that the players that we all watch and adore and saw are all turning into
Managers,
coaches
man.
right
managers. Yeah.
now, are
Yeah,
turning into
bro.
managers. I think I've said this before. I would have wanted Ole to be there forever. Why? Because these are the managers that are going to be the next generation.
Yep.
Yep.
And to
Mm.
think of it, these are the kind of managers. They are not going to be like the Klopps, the Peps. They're going to be so tactical genius. No, they're not going to be like Conte that comes in and stay for 2 years and go off. No, these are the kind of players and that turn managers that we have that will stay with the club for the rest of their lives.
True.
Yep.
You can pay them peanuts, but they will still stay. Why? Because the
Mm.
club has done so much for them.
Yeah.
So these
Unless
are
you are a certain Dwight York who doesn't have any managerial experience, but you on
Racist club.
constant who or you constantly send your CV for the club.
yeah, so we are switching into that generation whereby our players that we have seen are
Yeah.
all turning into managers. So I feel that there shouldn't be any sentimental value in this. They are free to manage any club. If
Yep.
now Ryan Giggs is doing good, all right, I can use example. If Ryan Giggs is doing
No,
good,
not a good example because he's not doing good, Joe.
I think he's doing good lah. But
He's
right now
going
I
to
can't
be a
see any of
manager for Prison FC.
the only player that I can see doing well right now is I can say is Patrick Vieira. I
Oh
think he's
yeah.
doing a very
Yep. Patrick
wonderful
Vera.
job
Yep.
at Crystal Palace. Yeah, so he's doing a great job there. So if he is in line, he said that look, I've done great, and City leaves off with Pep, and he wants to come in. By all means, so be it.
Yeah, man.
I mean, look at Rooney. I mean, with Derby being in administration and all of
And he
that,
still stays
and
there.
he's still staying there. So I think, yeah, Rooney. He could have
Joe,
simply walked up
Joe,
and left, but he didn't.
yeah, Joe, just a quick one. Rooney for United.
Nah,
Does it ring a bell?
No,
No.
no, he won't leave Derby County as well, bro.
he
He
won't
won't
leave
leave
Derby.
Derby
He
County.
doesn't seem like the one to leave Derby just like that.
Yeah,
Okay. And is it true that Giggs has been tearing pussy since 90s?
he's been telling Liverpool's pussies as well.
Oh
I
shit.
mean, they brought back. Hey,
Oh
the old
shit.
man brought back the '90s, though. If you want to bring back the '90s, then
I'm
I don't
done.
know,
I'm
man.
done. I'm done. I'm done.
Prem, Prem.
I don't know. I mean, Prem brought the '90s, so we have been tearing Liverpool's pussy since '90s, since lately, lah. Then after that, they started doing to us now, lah. So I don't know.
Postcodes ran away after a week at Oldham. And you know what? I think it's really doomsday, because we are now mentioning about the current group of players who are actually now managing, right? Imagine one day Mario Balotelli is part is part of the list for the next manager. And then poor Joe going back to history. Prem, 90s also
90s
history.
also history. Why you brought the '90s, Prem? Not me, Macha. You brought that. You brought
Joe,
that. I'm sorry. All
it's all
right.
done right now. Okay, but now quickly, again, round table style. Yes or no, Gerrard to actually cut it at Aston Villa.
Oh yes.
Zami?
Yes.
I
You
will have
ask
to say yes.
TVG.
What am I going to say? No. Yes,
Yes for you.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yes for me. Yeah.
I think he will be afforded more time,
Yeah.
more than
Definitely.
ever. But it depends, man,
Yeah.
because I thought that Aston Villa had this aspiration and ambition to actually just nudge into the top 8 nucleus.
That's what I thought as well. Lah.
Yeah, but
I mean, that's
if
what I still think. Lah.
but if you're competing right now, you got even now Antonio Conte who's now looking up the table like I'm gonna make top 4, man. But at this current moment, I'm in that 5th to 7th bubble. Because you talk about European places, right? It's up to what, 7th, correct?
Yep.
For the Europa Conference. So question is, Steven Gerrard, how is he gonna budge
Not this
into,
season, bro. Not this season.
I don't know, man, another 2-3 seasons? Can he still do it? I have my doubts about it. But if Aston Villa, like you mentioned just now, even an established top 10, you mentioned 10 is good enough. I thought even Dean Smith can actually secure you that
No, but
position
but
if he
no, but
wanted
that's
to.
the thing with Dean Smith. I mean, again, Dean Smith could have secured. He,
Mhm.
he 300 million he spent over the past 3 seasons. Yes, he built the club, but I think like what they said earlier with Ole. There is a threshold for every manager, right? So I
Yeah.
think with Dean's threshold, I think it's there and then it's done. So if you want to break into that next step,
Yep.
so you either go for the likes of Conte, who
Mhm.
I doubt will want to come to Villa at this point of time. Like
Yep.
I said, even if we could throw him the cash, or you could go for Gerrard, who's the up and coming one out of that few, apart from Vieira. So yeah, I don't think I see it as a win-win for Villa, to be honest.
Okay, fair. Hey, but you know what? I think if you were to connect all the dots together, right, there is one common ground. Those managers who have actually spent a lot in the summer, they usually get the sack.
Yep.
Ole did it. Frank Lampard did it. Dane Smith did it.
Yep.
Arteta spent the most.
But he's still there. Trust the
That's the
process, bro.
process.
That's the process.
Betul lah, trust the process. You already pangseh me, now I'm alone. Trusting this
Okay,
process.
lah. Let's give it to Gerrard. Lah. I think he'll do a good job in Aston Villa.
Mm.
Yeah, I think he's then. The thing is, why I'll say he'll do a good job with Villa is because
Mm.
I think in Rangers he's always been doing promoting youngsters, playing with the young
Mm.
boys, and in Villa they always
Playing with the
like
young
to
boys.
promote. Yeah, I'm sorry. I mean, in Villa he has been in Villa has been the has always been about promoting young
Okay.
players, young academies, and then playing with young boys and making sure they are able to have a taste of Premier League. I feel that Gerrard will do that, and he will be able to sustain it. And plus, his English, the media will
Yeah.
not tarnish him.
Oh,
No
yeah.
matter how bad he does,
Spot on, boy.
it's
Spot on.
okay. You look at Kane. Harry Kane is one example. No matter how fucked up he see, he will never be tarnished. All right, look at how Harry Maguire is. Can go to party after getting whopped by Watford, but still nothing. If Pogba were to go out and see
Oh,
his
yeah,
mother and drinking a whiskey at a bar, that would be whole level news ever. All right, there's whole level news.
Oh, mother
Right,
this
definitely.
key, yeah.
Right,
At
but
the
yes,
boss.
I foresee Gerrard doing good because one thing is English,
Uh-huh.
and I think he can do it. He works good with young boys.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, let's see if all the banning of ketchup, mayo, and also coming in early will actually reap its reward. All right, boys, the next one, Burnley Crystal. Anyway, congratulations, tips for the 2-0 victory.
Oh
Really
yeah.
good one, really good spirit.
Much
All right,
needed.
Good one, yeah.
next one, Burnley Crystal Palace. What a game! What
Oh.
a game! 3-3,
Oh
man.
my god, I wanted to watch that game, man. That game was mind blowing, boy.
They mentioned once a popular saying: "Once you go black, you never go back." All right,
Maxwell
and
Cornet.
Maxwell Cornet.
Maxwell Cornet.
They
Derby.
got
No,
black.
Derby blah. Burnley now knows what they've been missing all these years.
The black.
They've been blacked.
When you go black, you never go back.
Yes, bro. Hey, wait. Is he in the running for one of the best, if not the best signing, judging by the amount of money paid for him?
I mean,
And-
one
and the
quarter of the
returns
season away, I would say yeah lah. 1/4 of the season review, yeah, probably.
Okay, all right. But boy, oh boy, 3-3 Brentford right now. Zami, what do you make of Brentford right now? I think they had a really storming start to the season. It seems like the wheels are slightly falling off.
You must be happy, right?
I'm happy, bro. I'm ecstatic, man. I hate Brentford. I hate
He
Brentford.
hated Brentford
I
the
hate
moment
Brentford.
they
Yes, I'm proud. I hate Brentford community. I'm the ringleader. I hate
Aiyo.
Brentford, okay?
Why do you hate Brentford? Sir? Brentford is a
First
fine
game of season,
example.
what?
Because of Ivan Tony. We had this conversation, what boys? Because of Ivan Tony.
I know, I'm just trying to readdress that situation why An hates Brentford.
Okay,
Like
come
what
on,
Brentford
Zami.
has done to you. Okay.
What
But then-
did they not do? First game of the season, Zami. Come
Yeah.
on.
And the worst part
He
was
was sad, bro.
Bro,
The
Joe
next day,
watched the
on a
match.
Friday morning, he don't want to talk to me. He like, Joe, I talk to you later, Joe. I talk to you later.
annoying. No, this guy like cockroach, pesky as hell. Hello, love. Oh, Arsenal. Oh, Rabat. Oh, love, what was that, man? Oh, 2-0. You guys are done. I'm like, Joe, it's 3:30 a.m. Can you just shut the F up? All right.
Our viewers, Comedy Central from An version is coming out.
Okay. All right, let's go
Wait,
on.
wait,
All
no,
right.
no, okay,
Brentford.
but Brentford and Newcastle, I didn't expect that scoreline. Seriously,
3-3, bro.
I thought Newcastle
Yeah,
would be
sia.
turning the table, but 3-3, crazy man.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, it's a game for the neutrals for sure lah, you know.
Yeah.
But Brentford slowly, losing the momentum. I think they are starting to find out about how the
Tough.
EPL is lah,
Yes, man.
how
Yeah.
tough the EPL is lah. But like, let's see how the January transfer window for them see how it goes lah.
For Brentford.
Prem, if you're watching, Prem, I just want to ask you, would you fancy Ivan in January though? I mean,
Oh,
you
yeah.
guys definitely need a striker. Would
Good
you fancy Ivan Tony as a January signing? Because I think in one of the interviews, I remember he say, if Liverpool were to come for him, and he did say that, hey, he's Liverpool. It's the club that I support. And he said that he will definitely agree and he'll go.
Plus,
So-
they need somebody who looks like Origi to sit on the bench, right? And Ivan Tony has the hairstyle to
No,
go.
he did say that. No, he
Yeah.
did say that. The
What?
guy asked him,
Hairstyle same like Origi.
No. The guy asked him, are you okay if you to sit the bench? Because no, you got to play the likes of Jota, Mane, and Salah. He said, I'm okay. As long as if Liverpool comes for me, I'll go.
Ambitious professional player.
I
Ambitious.
remember it's in TikTok. It's one of those videos in TikTok.
Okay, all right. Can never get Cornet pointing to the Umbro logo. Is that, you know what? I think the biggest one, right, for me was when Timo Werner scored, and then he pointed to Nike, And then the meme was saying, even in picture, he is missing the target.
Yeah.
All right, let's go on to the next one. Let's go to the next one. Hey, but Newcastle, boy, scary times. They have not won. They are the only club. All right,
Do not have one.
92
Hey,
clubs,
hey,
92 clubs without a win yet.
reiterate that. Repeat your phrase again. They
And
are the
only
only
one.
richest club.
Oh, the only richest club. Okay.
Richest
Okay, you
club.
need to hear.
Facing
Sunil, if you're watching,
relegation.
you need to know this, okay?
No, Sunil, when you speak bad about Newcastle, he's out. All right,
Yeah.
but all of a sudden, when you talk about Steve Bruce,
Man,
he will come back.
you come back in.
Steve Bruce, Steve Bruce, Steve Bruce, Steve
Yes,
Bruce, Steve Bruce.
Do not
Steve
Eddie
Bruce.
Howe him anymore, okay?
Yeah, hey, no, Eddie Howe also had his debut. Yeah, but of course
Mm.
he was not in attendance because of COVID. He actually caught COVID, and his next match is against Arsenal. So stay comfortable, Eddie, wherever you are. Just relax. After the Arsenal match, then you come back and make your debut. Okay. All right. The next one we go on with is Norwich. Yes, 2-1 victory, boy.
Only
Wow, Papa Dan
I
Smith.
am Aston City.
no, no, no.
Aston.
Oh,
You are called Villa Pool City.
No,
Liverpool, Norwich. Liverpool,
Liverpool, Norwich.
Norwich.
and then we also spoke about this, right? How funny and strange this game of football is. It has all now come in full circles because why? I think the reason
Yeah,
why he got sacked was when he lost that 1-0 against Southampton. And you know what? Next thing is first
he
match
plays out.
play Southampton again, but this time it's a different fortune.
Yeah.
They won 2-1 instead. But good win tips for Norwich. Hey, are we looking at the greatest escape? Akon, Gwen Stefani.
Nah, I don't think so, lah. I mean, I think it would be nice for him to, steer them to safety. But
Mhm.
I don't know, lah. I mean, you're looking at the table right now. He's got Burnley above them 1 point,
Uh-huh.
and then followed by Leeds. That's 2 points off. So if anything, if he wants to escape, it should then be Newcastle, Burnley, and Leeds going down, or Newcastle, Burnley, and Watford
Yeah.
going down.
Oh yeah, true.
I
Yeah.
feel that Newcastle maybe will
I think Newcastle will survive, lah.
will
With the
survive.
January.
They'll do
Steve Bruce,
Aston Villa
right?
the
Yeah.
last day. They'll
Yeah,
probably go on
yeah.
a stretch of
Yeah.
like 8-9 games on the trot, winning 1-0, 2-1.
Yeah,
Look at this guy.
I don't think Newcastle will go down.
Such a poor evil spirit, man. Hope Newcastle.
Bastards, Arun.
This guy,
Why, sir, of all clubs, Newcastle. I would
No.
want Burnley to go down, man. Come on.
Newcastle he attacked, Arsenal he attacked, United don't even get me started.
He will shit all over United.
No problem this guy, yeah. Okay, next one. Of course, Watford, Man United. Do we really need to go through? But hey, wait, Maguire, is he ever gonna get back the armband after he actually
Threw
stamp it, bam, like John Cena,
You see,
signature move? Hey, then talk about Maguire. Say we left the stream.
Bye, guys. I thought we had done this. This will go on for another 1 hour.
No, because the last time somebody did it, it was my own captain, right? Granit Xhaka, if you remember, against Crystal Palace. He took up the armband and then bam, he threw it, never to be seen again with the captain's armband. Joe, do you see the same fortune for him?
The moment you throw the armband, you
You're not
deserve a fucking slap.
He's rude, I was
You are a
watching.
bloody
dude.
idiot to throw an armband.
You lost
This
that
shows
fucking
how
ball.
much of respect
Yeah.
you have for the manager and for the club.
Yeah.
You ought to be dropped out of the team, ought to be dropped out of the squad. You go down straight to the under 21s and you train with them.
Yeah, boy.
Because you
He'll
don't know too
probably
much
spoil them
respect.
as well. No,
And
but
it-
but honestly, I think Lindelof and Varane, if he's fit, should start the next match. I mean, he's
Varane is
he's
injured,
banned
bro.
by the way.
Tips,
He's
brother,
banned by the way. Yeah.
Do you feel right now he's really crushing under the mental fatigue and pressure from people of the outside world? The pundits and ex-professional, especially Roy Keane came in really heavy on him when he did this against mighty
Yeah.
Albania.
Roy Keane had a point.
Do you think we are not protecting Harry Maguire enough?
What is there to protect him? Have you seen dude?
He's-
He's all over TikTok.
He's
With his
got a
misplaced
goal.
pass.
Tips, he's got a goal for his country. What do you want him to do?
Anybody can score a
You
goal
want
for
him
their
to-
country as playing
to
Albania,
sit down
lah.
and play a
the
game
thing
of
is,
chess.
You're getting it wrong.
You score
Anybody
goal,
can
okay.
score. You can
do
celebrate.
this.
You want a somersault and celebrate, it's okay.
You
But
but
he
doing this.
came out with this means, and all the criticism that he's been having, he had just shut it up. I mean, I'm okay if you want to do a somersault like Nani, like flip 3 times.
But
to
he's
the
a
air,
fridge.
somersault.
He cannot do that.
You
He's a
can do.
fridge.
You want to do robot dance like Peter Crouch, also okay. You want to do like Daniel Sturridge?
Wait,
I'm okay.
Hey,
I'm okay.
Dick.
You want to take out your shit and run because that's your country. You have all rights to
But
celebrate.
why do this?
It
Really?
means that you're trying to shut the criticism. What criticism are you
No,
trying to
but,
shut?
but you see, but you see, they say right, revenge is a dish best served cold, right?
Yeah.
Fucking karma got their revenge. You do this after scoring against Albania. You come
Yeah.
back from international duty and you get sent off because you lose the ball that you had in your possession because you couldn't control the fucking ball. Okay, and then you do 2 foot tackle that player,
Yep.
and then you throw the armband on the floor. Fuck off. Seriously. What kind of player is it? Not because he's a United player. Anybody who does that
Yeah,
with
yeah.
a captaincy armband, you clearly do
I
not
was
deserve to be a
mad
captain.
pissed at Granat Xhaka when he threw his jersey down.
Oh boy.
I was mad pissed at the
Don't
player.
get me started, boy.
Imagine how pissed will I be if it's my own damn player and he's my bloody captain.
Yeah.
If you can't even respect the armband, you just throw it away. Come on. And the record is knowledge. The record is so freaking obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. It was.
If I mean, for everything that's said about Ronaldo pulling the team down, that we had the discussion, like what Tristan said, lah.
Yeah.
Ronaldo should be the captain or Bruno, lah. You know,
Okay, guys, let's do a quick one.
Yeah.
Dibs, who do you think will be the perfect captain for United?
at this present moment, I think, I mean, if Ronaldo's going to start, it's Ronaldo. If not, give it to Bruno.
I'm going with De Gea, man. Seniority. I'm just
Oh,
all,
yeah.
all in classic. Plus, he is your best player right now. De Gea.
Yeah, I'll go with De Gea though.
Zami?
Nostalgic Ronaldo. But if you've
Shut up with your nostalgic lah.
nostalgic lah. Legend, what?
He has never been a captain for United. How
Right,
on earth
But,
is that
no, but
nostalgic?
he's a
Let it be.
captain for Portugal. But he's a captain for Portugal. Remember that.
Okay,
But on form, I think De Gea lah. Because
De
De Gea, you know how the team performs. He still turns up. So I
Okay.
think by form wise, I think De Gea is still the best.
Why the
Alright.
fuck Maguire was made captain when he moved to
I don't
United?
know, boy. I don't know.
Seriously. Was he captain of Leicester?
No.
Was he? No,
No,
it was
he
Casper.
wasn't.
Casper.
He wasn't.
Before that was
Casper,
West
right?
Morgan.
Uh,
West Morgan. West
West
Morgan.
Morgan,
West Morgan.
West Morgan.
West Morgan and
West
Casper.
Morgan, yeah.
Oh, funny. But you know what? Football really knows how to instill humility back into your damn self. Us. Harry Maguire for it. All right. Ask for tips. All right. The next one. Wolves. Hey, 1-0 against the Hammers.
They're quite high. They're doing well after the start of the season.
Hammers.
And then Abang Hussein, if you're watching this, he came up with the table, no? The current top 6 of
Yeah, he did. If they were 7, it would be current top 7.
But what was
Yeah.
Abang Hussein doing the first 4 games? Huh? He showed the current top 20 of the table, is it?
No.
Oh, yeah.
No, the first Arsenal. They say you have to accept cookie to
Oh.
actually see Arsenal.
Oh,
Rock
yeah.
bottom,
Oh,
right?
yeah, rabak,
20th.
yeah.
Rabak, bro. I kena. But then again, hey, what do we make of this upturn in form, man? Wolves, they are really quiet. They're flying under
Yep.
the radar, and right now they are 7 tips.
6.
And we all
Six.
said it, 6, right? And we all said it
Yeah.
when no, the results were not coming in for them. But we said, I think you also said it quite explicitly. Do not worry about them.
Yeah,
The style of football is there. It's only a matter of time before they start hitting the net again.
correct. Think about it. Like, it did take Bruno Lage a few games to get in touch with,
Yep.
They lost their manager from last season, right? And they lost their goalkeeper,
Yep.
Rui Patricio.
Oh, yeah.
And then they bring in Bruno Lage, who's honestly, any mother son will tell you he's unheard of, and even their keeper as well.
He's not
If
good. I saw
anyone
him.
tell, if
He's
anyone
better.
tells me they heard of Bruno Lage and their keeper before that, I'll say go fuck yourself. Right? Maybe 1-2 fellas lah, okay?
Yeah.
And yeah, they started the season badly, but he's instilled it. You've
Mm.
gone on with it. Going back to Dean Smith again, sorry, I'm talking about Villa again, sorry, but yes, you lost Jack Grealish in the summer, but you
Yep.
still had the core of the team with you, right? And you
Yep.
still couldn't make it. So
Mm.
that is the difference between Bruno Lage and Dean Smith. So kudos to Wolves. I mean, sucks seeing them up there as
Biggest
a Midlands
club.
club.
Biggest
No,
club.
they're still not the biggest club in Midlands.
I want this relegated. Deco wants to push Rafinha to LFC. Oh, really? Okay. All right. And then we got Tristan. He will be stripped of captaincy once Poch comes in. Hey, Tris, where are we at right now with the news of Poch taking over the job?
Then Mio said in few days they're gonna
Don't-
announce.
Dude.
Mio really.
Mio is just taking noise and sound from Tristan.
from Kirsten, yeah.
And then he will just republish.
Yes.
All right. So he's the walking share post. There, he's the walking button. Share. And then it's like, hey, young but so vulgar. Watch
That's
your
why.
language, young boy.
They angry lah.
He's but now no more.
Yeah, he used to be a good boy anyway. Unfortunately, I think Norwich will still be relegated. They have vulgar. Hey, I say vulgar. These guys also say vulgar. Vulgar striker. That's about it. He was never supposed to be the captain. Okay. Well, that took really long. 2 years, what? 2 seasons? You all want Newcastle to Messi, Salah, Mbappe, all that world class players start raping us. Trillionaires, bro. They got more money than some countries.
Yeah, true, bro.
I'm not worried. I'm not worried, man. Ronaldo, Bruno De Gea should be the captain. Now you wonder, Bramble was better than Maguire. No lah.
Hey,
Come on.
you can't
Titus
compare
Bramble
Maguire and
versus
Bramble. Bramble and
Hey,
Guys,
Maguire.
listen.
What
hello.
is this
F-
guy smoking, man?
First threatened his kids.
Sami, control
Oh,
the gina again, no?
okay. All right. We got a couple more. Okay.
Tips.
Last one. I told you guys. I came on the show and said Wolves will make it work. The first four games which they lost, they averaged like 15 shots
This
on
is an
target.
example of how a Twitter guy will reply.
Yep.
The
he
first
Ratio.
few
he will
words,
ratio you.
the four-letter words, guys. You always remember that. You will know
Told
why
you.
I
Told
studied
you
Twitter
guys.
because of Tristan and Anwari. Two guys who taught me what Twitter is, and I knew this guy.
Yeah.
I told
Told
you
You
so.
you
so
so.
Yes. Ratio.
or ratio.
Or if not clear. This
Mm.
guy is clear of this guy. All right.
No,
Jose
clear as a day. Some new
Under,
words I've learned in Twitter, man.
underrated
Thanks,
signings.
PC.
Solid between the posts. Hey, you know what? Yesterday, right, I tried my hands on Twitter for the first time ever. I've never replied to any sort of post, thread, or comment. I tried something. It was about Arsenal. You know what? I didn't get any response at all. Nobody liked my reply. Nobody said shit
Neto,
about my
ah.
reply. I stopped. I gave up. I said, Anwari, this is not for you. You are a Facebook boy. I really hope Neto picks up again at Wolf. I know the credit
Yeah.
goes to
Neto is
different
good,
players, but
man.
Neto,
He
yeah,
and Oden.
Neto.
I like him, man. I really
I
I
like
think
him.
I
they have
I
two
I
wonderful
wanted him
wingers,
as
man.
well.
Yeah.
Who
Okay.
Traore?
Then, wait. Okay. The next one is it was the late kickoff, boys, which was played at 1:30 a.m. on a Saturday night, technically Sunday morning. Not a really good game
Abang.
on any
Second
accounts.
half
I
kena
think
raped, that one.
that
The,
was
the training
one of the worst matches ever to be played in the entire history of Premier League since 1992. Really bad game. Really bad game. I don't know why anybody would stay up for this. But yeah,
I did.
this is what I meant.
I did.
Devastating rates, man. Jurgen Klopp. Bloody German Shepherd. Uh 4-0, really humbling defeat for the Arsenal, the mighty Gunners. That was a chastening result to say the least. And I came into the game dangerously optimistic, right? Because why not, man? We were on the trot, all right, 10, and then we considered only 4. So this was supposed to be the litmus test, the acid test, whatever you want to call it. We failed. But I don't know. Right after the game, right, I was completely sunk into my seat, and it was no, I felt really flabbergasted by the result because I don't know how to computerize or how to formulate my thoughts. I thought Arsenal did brilliant for the first 35 minutes to 40 minutes. We held our ground, and then we went to, I wouldn't say we went to toe with them, but we manned the fort really well. And then second half, they turned up the heat, and that was bye bye Arsenal. We completely dissolved like redoxon inside Coca-Cola, man. That
Mhm.
was that quick. And they were really devastating for a good period of 15 minutes. And that was done. Arsenal was completely blown away. And I was left disappointed slightly because I thought that maybe I was ready for a defeat, of course. But I told my wife who was watching with me, I think Arsenal are probably going to lose only by a 2 goals margin at best, right? Because Ramsdale has been outstanding, Tomiyasu, Gabriel, Ben White, and even Nuno Tavares to a certain extent. And that is the
I think
true
Salah don't know. Because remember he said
Nuno
Salah will get
Tavares.
to know me when he
Yeah,
gets
I
home.
know.
Salah, yeah.
I
I
think he
think
still don't
I
know.
think this bloody journalist, knowing for a fact that he cannot speak a proper word of English, have completely spun his words inside out. And that's what they did to him. Because this guy cannot even pronounce the word Emil Smith Rowe. He calls him
Tavares, right?
yeah, he calls him the Smith.
This is
That's it.
Yeah, he cannot pronounce his name, right? So I'm pretty sure that has been taken out really out of context. But I don't know, man. I look at that game, I was left thinking, what really happened? Because it was really quick fire from Liverpool, and by the time you blink, the game was really gone. Tips?
This is where the difference comes in between an experienced manager who knows how
Yeah.
to tactically change game. Because I know if
Yep.
you guys looked at the first half, you will know that the process is completed. Arteta with Arsenal, the process is completed. They
Mm,
actually hold Liverpool. In fact, they could have actually gone on
mm,
to score a couple of goals against Liverpool because I think and the first half Liverpool was a bit shaky.
yeah.
They were losing balls. Thiago was losing balls here and there,
Mhm.
and they were not
Eh,
actually getting the hang. I think Lokango was having a field day in the first half. That second half, that game changer tactic that I saw, I think Klopp put Ox on Lokongo,
the Congo,
yep.
yeah.
and that was game over.
He
That
changed the
the
game after that.
moment
Yeah.
he put Ox on the heels of Lokongo, that
Mm,
was boom. He was found out in 5 minutes, man. 5 minutes, Liverpool knew that guy is the weakest link.
willing here,
Ox
true.
got to him, Lokongo lose the plot, everybody attack the center. Salah came into the center. Mane pushed into the center. It was no more wing play. Their
Yep.
wingers were Trent and
Yeah.
Simikas.
No, great point.
Bloody hell, they were so freaking high up. It was as though they were playing as six attackers at one
Yeah.
point in time, no?
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
true.
they really flood that bloody guy. Wherever Lukaku goes, Ox was just behind him. He get the ball, boom. Ox just slides him off, rip him off. He
Yeah,
gets
man.
the ball. And I think it was just what 50 minutes, 5-10 minutes later, Lukaku was subbed off.
Left off, yeah.
Because
He said it was
Arteta,
gone. He
and
said
that
it was
was a
gone.
good manager.
Yeah.
That is a wonderful manager. He knew that Lukaku was his weakest link.
Yeah,
He
he
had
took
to
it
do
off.
something. He subbed him off for I'm not too sure. I forgot who he subbed him off for. And then he subbed
Mm,
him off and he brought in another player. It stabilized a bit.
Yep.
Silly mistakes, back passes, ruined the game. But my boy Rams,
Yeah.
if there was an award to be given that day, I
Yeah.
think he saved Arsenal a lot. I think he threw his body in. Like what I said, these guys early in the season, before the season started,
Yep.
if Ramsdale has a defense in front of
Mm.
him that will fight for him, this ball will throw his life in the line. And that's what he did.
Okay, Joe.
Unlucky, unlucky for him.
Yeah. And also, you just spotted you. A Liverpool guy. All right, said something good about you. Your commentary
Hey,
sounds like
I
music.
think I think Arun needs the beer. I think that's why.
But for me personally as well, right? Before I go to tips for your opinion, which I know will go against Arsenal, that's how much hatred you have for Arsenal in your body. But that further illustrates, right, the kind of quality we have. We are a million miles away from Liverpool, and if you look at who we had in the center versus who they had, and this, let's get it right, right? Liverpool were properly decimated by injuries that day, right? Hendo was on the bench. And I think even Keita
Robertson.
was not
Robertson
in.
was out
Yeah,
also.
Robertson. But if you look at the middle pack, that's where the game was won or
Yeah.
lost, right? We had the young, inexperienced Sambi Lokonga, first maiden trip ever, right? Playing
to
at
Anfield.
Anfield, and then you're coming up against the likes of Ox, Fabinho, who is from me top three, number six in the world, and also, I wouldn't say rejuvenated lah, but a guy who has better hair right now, which is Thiago Alcantara. And they were definitely it was clear that they are no match for those three, and don't even start on the attackers, man. We got Saka on the right, we got Emil Smith Rowe to come up against the likes of they got Salah and Mane, seasoned campaigners.
Yeah.
We were blown out of water, and kudos to them. But I cannot understand why Liverpool fans right now, they are pretty sour about Ramsdale smiling. I don't want to laugh.
Why?
They made him laugh. I don't know. Even my
Oh yeah, yeah.
brother-in-law.
That's another guy who likes to laugh. Like, come
Yeah,
on.
but it's wrong. You cannot smile at Anfield. Your manager can
No,
never
no.
say
But
anything
but
wrong at
but the
Anfield.
thing is,
Is Anfield a mosque?
Ramsdale's laughter is the kind of laugh that you really want to punch him, no? Like that kind of
Oh,
muka dia laugh is sial lah. Muka macam sial lah ni, you know, when they laugh.
Okay lah. Okay, when you say that, then I understand. But tips, come
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
Your commentary on the defeat. I think it is expected, right? But the
I mean,
margin of victory.
I mean, if you ask to be honest, I don't think I didn't expect a 4-0 scoreline lah. I
you
knew
did?
Liverpool would win. I thought
Mhm.
it would be like 1-0, 2-0.
Yeah.
Because with seeing how Arsenal has played the past few games, right? I thought they would have put up a fight. They did. They did up until Klopp made that change, and it went downhill for Arsenal from there.
Yeah.
Again, I mean, Liverpool is just another league on their own together with Chelsea and Man City lah.
They
The
are
rest-
because
yeah,
of the manager. Just
Yeah.
the manager.
Klopp. That's it.
Just the manager. All right. And then how about the spat between Klopp and Arteta? What was that
Oh,
about?
that was epic, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
did you see Klopp after? Did you see Klopp after they scored? No,
Yeah.
he
He
was
did that?
doing this. He
And-
can do it.
Okay,
He can do it.
he can do it. But remember, when Maguire did it, he won. And then the next match, what happened to him?
He
Klopp,
was- yeah, lah.
better be careful, lah, Klopp. Ah. But then again, people were making really, really a mountain out of this molehill. Right? It was just a proper scrap between two passionate managers
Yeah.
who are slightly animated. What's wrong? Okay,
It's like Lampard and Klopp as well, right? That
yeah,
last
because
season,
I think a lot of, especially the Twitter fans, right? They were clapping Arteta, saying that, oh, he has won the same trophy that Frank won, the same guy, the manager who actually barked at Klopp. Wait, is Klopp, his name is Saint Jurgen Klopp or what? That we cannot say anything to him, and it was him who actually turned around and said, "What do you want?" And do you expect Arteta to turn around and take out his tongue and lick his lips or what? Right?
True lah.
He
I mean,
was-
I mean, sometimes, right? I mean, with all due respect to all the Liverpool fans on the comment section, lah. I mean, really, with all
Guys,
due
he's gonna
respect,
play
lah. I mean,
devil's advocate, guys.
thank you for the wishes, Steven Gerrard as well, lah. But you guys have got to stop it with
Liverpool.
the Klopp, lah. I mean, man, anybody can go up against anyone, lah. You don't have to
Yeah.
shit on that person just because they go against Klopp lah. I mean, we go against Maguire like shit. We go against Ole like shit. So what if we go against Klopp? Let it be lah. Let
He
Arteta have
is
his
the
day
god for
lah.
them. You shouldn't. Do you make fun of your god?
I'm okay.
That's a
If you
good
say
point.
Cannot
God,
do
then I
Yeah,
that.
can't
Okay,
say
yeah,
you
yeah.
much
That's a
lah.
good
cannot
point.
do that. You cannot make fun of someone's god. He gave them the title 30 years later.
Okay, all right.
You cannot do that. You really cannot do that. So I would. It's a god for them. It's like their safe haven. You know, he's the one who made them all smile and happy nowadays.
Yeah.
They're coming out of the closet right now, right? So let them be. You know,
Let
back
it
in the
be.
day, I didn't hear anything. They were all in the mud. No, I was only hearing Arsenal talking. Right now, right now they all are coming in. They're coming out of the closet,
Yeah.
and then and they deem like no, they were there
Mm.
previously as well. Like what Prem said, 90s. You know, they were raping. Just something like that, lah.
You keep
Something along those lines,
they give
lah.
you
Okay.
Thanksgiving. Thank you anyway. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed the match. All right, Liverpool can start anyone, and they're disciplined enough to fit club system well on machine. I'm gonna give it to them, man. As much as you love to hate them, which I don't, but you cannot do anything else but sit back, enjoy their football, and give
Hmm.
them a big standing ovation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I you cannot deny. You cannot deny that, right? And then, well, you all used to make fun of Klopp for not winning anything, but only give. Hey, no lah, I knew you when Liverpool won the title already. So must be Joe.
I don't remember saying that. No, I don't remember saying that.
Lampard would have fought with Klopp. That was shit. Lampard spoke like a schoolboy, lack of respecting Arteta, and Klopp was feisty and I like it. Arteta was an Evertonian. Yeah, people actually forgot that that was the background. He knew about the Merseyside derby more than any managers. All right. Nah, I love it. Go against Klopp lah. Make the game more spicy. We don't reflect. Yep, yep.
Fair
There you
enough.
go.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that's true.
if
That's
Klopp
what
had
I
the
said
stand,
also. It was a solid game. It was a
Yeah.
solid span. I think Zami, what do you think? You know, do you think that Liverpool fans going in and say that hey, Buto diam lah, you're just
hey, Pep,
Arteta. No,
Pep
you don't
usually
come.
would have a proper scrap with Klopp, right?
Yeah, of
Especially
course.
at
Yeah.
Anfield.
No,
Even
no,
this
no, no.
season.
Pep has his own battles with his own self. You know, he will
Yeah,
look for
I
people.
know. I know Joe's gonna go that line. Already. I know Joe's gonna say.
He
Pep
will do
just
this.
does that.
No, I think okay. I think the beauty of it is this lah. That without the managers having that handbags, handbags
yeah,
moment, right?
yeah.
Game will be boring, man.
Boring,
You
boring.
look in the 90s, the era of Jose, Ferguson and Wenger.
Even
Wenger,
Wenger,
Yeah,
yo, Alan
it's beautiful.
Pardew and
Yeah,
Wenger,
Alan
yeah.
man.
Pardew.
Alan
Oh
Pardew,
my
remember
goodness.
Oh,
is the shit house lah. It's
Hey,
the shit house
Zam, don't
moments.
go so far. Your previous manager, Mancini as well, right?
Oh yeah,
oh yeah,
Oh,
Mancini.
that was
Classic.
classic.
Classic. Ferguson. Who can
Yeah,
you imagine standing up against
yeah.
basically the it's like David versus Goliath, like
Mm.
Mancini and Ferguson, I'll never forget that.
even till that's the thing with with Arteta and Arteta and Klopp, that
Yeah.
handbag moment they have. I think it's beautiful. It's like that they are passionate. You want a manager to just sit down, like okay, if the game is not going well, you just sit down, just pretend like nothing's happening. The fans will turn on you.
Yeah.
Yep.
True.
Yep.
So shoot that
True.
passion. If you know that the game is as important, that you're a top club against another top club, you definitely will want to be as passionate as the fans.
Of
True.
course.
Ooh,
You remember
that was
Steve
the,
good.
the
McLaren, Wally with the Brawley?
yeah. See, that was scenes now. That's like the scenes of like whether you're a top class manager or
Yeah.
you are a manager who just goes with the flow. Like oh, I'm like a fan.
Okay, Sam.
I
Right
think, I
now,
think
you're a potential champion this season. You guys are definitely vying for the same trophy as Liverpool.
Uh,
Now that they have a great thumping under their wings, are they back? That's what they say, right? We are back.
quarter of a season. Okay, I would say that we cannot discount Liverpool out of the picture lah. But then again, the points, 2-3 points, apart from all the top four. I mean,
They have scored the
anybody
most.
can.
They have scored the most goals
Yeah,
this season.
35 goals. Third on the table. No third goals. No third in the table of goals conceded.
Yep.
I think can consider Liverpool being there lah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Miss Roy Keane Vieira fights. Miss Liverpool Manual fights. They don't make them like that anymore. All right.
now
And
it's
then
all about raping, bro. No more fights.
Buto, shut up lah.
Go,
Man
go.
City.
Now it's
Before
all about
moving
getting
on,
raped.
moving on. Man
Now
City
it's all
Everton
getting about rape.
3-0. Man City 3-0. I caught a glimpse of that match. But talk to me about this guy who has a huge basketball number at his back. Cole Palmer. What, he had 90 at the back? Right? Was it 90? His
Yeah, yeah,
number.
90, 90.
Yeah, I
90,
was like, I
90.
mean, why is this guy rapping a basketball shirt? 90 at the back. But this guy is the exact same replica from the same mold as your last living legend, David
Oh,
Silva, man.
Da Silva.
Where you get all these players from, Zam? Come
The
on, give
City
us a bit of a
Academy.
tip off.
Academy lah.
Oh, they have
The
academy.
academy.
They have academy.
The people say we buy success what? Now when we
Sorry,
have players, Cole
sorry.
Palmer,
Okay,
James
private jet.
McAtee, suddenly like, hey, who's this player coming
Hey,
from?
but then again, you got to say, Cole Palmer, what the other person who made debut for Cole Palmer, James McAtee, is it?
James McAtee.
Sounds like some generic name from Football Manager, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
imagine,
yeah.
imagine
Yeah.
10 years from now, 10 years from now,
Hey,
Cole
Diggs,
Palmer.
give him a break, lah. For once, they are bringing out the academy players, and then you taro him.
No, not nothing against City. Is the
No,
name
no,
of the
no, no,
players.
yeah, yeah.
No, no, there is something against
You
City.
know, just to
There is something
sidetrack.
against
Just
City,
to
Zami.
sidetrack.
You don't know. Read between the lines,
No,
Zami
no.
boy.
Just
I
to
know.
sidetrack, that I'm playing FM22 on mobile now. Liverpool has this player called Sterling. But you know what's his name?
What?
Bali Sterling. And got a generic.
Okay, they need a striker. I know already the next one. Bandung Aguero.
No, but okay, back to Cole Palmer. Goes.
Yes, I mean, talk to me about Cole Palmer, man.
Cole
What kind of
Palmer
expectation do you have for this
Cole
young boy?
Palmer was burning the ED2 academy team for City, man, scoring goals for fun. So and James McAtee, because I think he's highly sorted by other clubs right now because of his contract. His contract is ending this season.
Alamak.
Yeah, so they want to prevent
Maybe
that.
going to Villa.
The Villa does that. What they buy all the academy players. That's what happens.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I think what Pep here, I think Pep has also mentioned.
Sorry. No, while you were talking, I was reading this comment. How foolish was I? And I was like, not like Ole stare at iPad. No, I'm wondering, is he also playing Football Manager?
He is.
He
did
is
say
what?
what?
He did say what?
Yeah.
He did say,
He did say
come
he
on
played
lah.
he
It's a
was
bit of-
mentioned in Football Manager, so that he played Football Manager
His free
when
time,
he
he
was
played
in
Football Manager.
talking about professionalism, huh?
hey, when you have players like who that
Bali Sterling.
Griezmann playing
No,
Football Manager.
No, I'm talking in the context of during feisty face off. Can you imagine everybody they are taking their glove off and then
You're like-
Ole is up there.
Left back go to right back. Right back go to right back.
Even
I
the
change-
Crossover.
Interesting.
Even the
I
Cross
shout.
from deep.
Should I shout? Should I change the mentality to defensive? Okay, Cole Palmer.
Yeah.
Back to Cole Palmer.
So we have a few in academy lah. We have Tommy Doyle.
You see
we have
Tommy
Cole
Doyle?
Palmer. Hey, don't insult him.
Go insult lah, Tips. Okay,
Hey.
Zami. But you talk about all this guy, Cole Palmer, especially really, really impressive. I saw his build up, I think, for the third goal. But the wonder strike from this boy. Woohoo!
Rodri.
What a hit,
Rodri.
son.
Yeah.
Hey, that's hard, because you talk about back lift and the ball was rolling back towards him. For him to hit the ball with the kind of trajectory, that is technique 110%. Because if he actually arched any further, that ball would have
Guluna.
cleaned up all the pigeons
Yeah.
I
upstairs.
think that's kind of similar to the Vincent Company's goal, though.
No, but Visa Company
I know,
was
but
traveling
this-
with the ball,
yeah, he
Joe.
was traveling the ball.
This
Ah.
this
His
one,
ball
the ball
was
was
coming
rolling
back
back
to
to
him, right?
him.
Yeah.
And then he
So it's
gave
like
it one smack.
when we play football at the basketball court at
Yeah.
the ball roll like to you just remember only.
Yeah, and
That kind of ball.
and you're not using any kind of ball. Is the ball for you buy from Mama Shop $1.50 made of air, pure air and plastic. The way
No
it's
control
swivel,
lah.
It will go this way.
this way, and they come back. and then there will be banner. Oh, Cole Palmer wheeling away in delight. FM. So that hit and also the pass from Chancelo outside
Oh.
foot, Zami.
Oh, that Cancelo one, I
Yeah.
tell you.
I thought when I saw the highlights about it. The passing was like, you know what, just try, and and I think they had the view of like he squeezed the ball between two defenders.
Two defenders, correct.
Yes, right on
It's
the
like-
money.
Yeah, and then Raheem Sterling lah. I was like thinking like he's gonna dive lah, this fucker. But then he stepped the ball. I was like, okay, that's new.
Oh, but what do you make of the performance, man? Everton, of course, did not turn up, but even if they did, they are no match for you guys.
I was expecting Everton to put out a fight actually. Like I was even in the City supporters club. I was like saying, okay, it's gonna be a 3-2 scoreline. I say Everton's gonna score. like Everton's gonna lead.
Yeah.
Then it goes 3-0. It was comprehensive. Then I watched the highlights. I was like, oh, okay, this one is a no-brainer. Like,
Okay.
damn, son.
Action, huh? No brainer.
Still,
You see,
still trying to be very nice, huh?
Nice lah.
Everton will put up a fight 3-2,
Yeah.
really, huh?
but he said no brainer. No brainer.
No-brainer.
All these
No-brainer.
players from
Hey.
oil money. Oi.
But Zam, I
No
have a question
brainer.
for you also, Zami.
Question.
What are you gonna make up of that $100 million player injury?
Hey, let him
Hey,
go
hey,
lah.
no lah. I'm just asking lah. You know how come injured?
No,
what
that's a
happened?
fully loaded question. You don't act. No
This
lah.
is gonna
I asking only
this
lah.
is gonna be another 1 hour show. Trust me.
Every session asks for the same thing.
Hey, no, I never asked. Okay, I never spoke about him for
Hey,
the past few
An.
months.
And Tips is like the ex-boyfriend who pines for the
Oh,
ex-girlfriend. Like what he said within
two
speech.
exes already. Two exes now.
But you think about it, right?
He's poor at romance.
I will take it offline with you guys.
Guardiola doing what he does, bro. Isam knows when to release the products. He did it with some players at Barca and Bayern. Credit when due. It's such a refreshing change at City. And then, Wanga. Oh, suddenly speak about City. Wanga coming.
Alamak, this
Willow
Gina.
Leafcroft, remember? No, we don't
Hey,
A
remember.
lot lah.
He remembers
no,
he remembers Sanji
you-
Hai, you know.
you remember? Hey, hello, Gina. You remember who else or not? Go bring out lah.
Guardiola tried his level best to stop Sancho from leaving. Don't think he wants to repeat again. And then, Zam, a question for you, Zam, from Sean Kingston. Can City challenge for the title without a striker? Dude, they won the title, man, without a striker.
Yeah.
Hey, who
I
is
think
this
you answer the question already.
Yeah.
An.
fella? Come on,
You answered
let's
the question
talk last
already.
season.
Less on the challenge, man. Fabio Carvalho is another at Fulham. Oh, yeah, the winger,
Oh,
right?
yeah, yes.
A lot
He's,
of clubs are doing.
He's Portuguese English, I think.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep,
yeah.
yep.
I saw that before, and then I'm just gonna take this up.
Kappa.
Pineapple, Kappa. Hello.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
okay. Is
Okay.
Cancelo the second best right back, boys, in the league right now?
So he's
Second
first.
best.
Wait,
Who's
is he
first?
a left back? No, he's a left back, right?
He's
not
a left
right
back. What? He's a
Yeah,
left
right
back.
back is
Right
Walker.
back. He's actually a right back playing left back, right?
Yeah, no,
No,
he's
he's
a
a
right
left
back.
back.
No,
He's,
no.
he's a left back
He's
now.
actually he was bought as a right back.
Right back, yes.
Yeah. In my
but
FIFA, I'm playing him as left back
Yes.
also.
Wait,
Happening
he was a direct product of that swap, right, between him and Danilo,
Yes.
right? So he was supposed to go right back, but
Okay,
because of Benjamin Mendy, so now he's deputized for the left back.
Injury, aka then after that, the charges lah.
Reason FC, yeah.
Reason FC, yeah, injury.
But yeah, is he right now the second best right back, assuming that he's technically playing as a left back?
So
Second
who
best
is
right back.
who is the best AWB?
No,
Oh,
Sorry, Tristan. Had to lah. Okay lah.
I've done this stream for 2 years. Same old joke from Tiban Ramani.
No, it's my first time saying this.
Oh, your first time. Ah, okay, all right. A bit of concession for you. Okay. I think best right back for me quickly. For me, Reece James. Power and precision.
Yeah, Reece
He
James.
might as well be a German. Power and precision. All right. Tips? Agree with me?
I agree lah. I'm just pulling the leg lah. I would say Reece James over TAA lah.
James.
Okay.
Yeah,
What
Reece
about Joe Chicky Monkey?
Not Mackie Cash.
Hey, he is not Mackie Cash, okay? His name has been changed.
Buto
yeah.
Cash, right?
No, he changed.
No.
He changed. Polish.
Change.
Polish.
Maire.
Mackie-
Only Michigan me Maire.
No, it's Matty Gotowa.
Yeah, but
I think technically speaking, I think Reece has power, but Trent has more technical abilities. Defending
Yeah
wise,
lah.
it's a bit shaky, but he has his centre backs to cover for it. So I will feel that.
Trend for you.
Trent.
What about Zami? Cancelo?
Cancelo lah.
Okay
Of
lah,
course.
Zam.
Bias.
Forget lah, even us. Right, the
Forget
next
even
one.
us.
Agent Rafa killing Everton slowly and softly. Prem is another one that can actually have a session together with tips.
Yeah.
Everything they say is about their own club. All right.
I never say anything about Villa.
It's
I,
always
spoke,
fully
I
loaded.
spoke about Jack Grealish
Oh,
and Man City and the injury.
Okay. But wait, you came in 100 million, man.
I mean, if there's such
Yeah,
a price tag, you
We haven't
justify-
answered that question.
Okay,
You
nothing.
haven't answered.
Yeah, because we were distracted lah. By what
Guys, it's 11:15, guys. Come on.
Injured.
Injured. Okay. Let's see what it goes lah. Because with the
Why
drama,
is it
the personal
blank?
drama he has, the
Yeah.
personal drama at the back. In his personal life. So we'll see how it goes lah.
Nothing against Rodri, solid player whose shirt is tucked in high and tie. Nothing against Rodri, solid tucked in. Okay. Support Tierney lah. Tierney also tuck in what his shirt. Trend lah. Ayo. Okay, guys. I think we are done. Wow. Oh, Spurs against Leeds United. That match was abandoned halfway when Leeds was leading 1-0. so not counted. All right, so let's go on to the next one, guys. This is probably the last agenda. Thank you so much. Hey, they really miss us. You know, you look at the numbers right now; they are still with us. Uh, Last but not least, we are talking about the Chelsea versus Manchester United preview. Right, Joe? Maybe you want to get this up. Let's go. Let's go. Do you have it,
I have it.
Joe? Okay. All right. So let's go through some. Oh, not some. I think a quick one. All right. The first match to be played will be Arsenal versus Newcastle. Okay. Let me take off this, Joe, so that we have a better visual for the this fixtures. All right. Let's go. The first one, Newcastle versus Arsenal. No chance in hell. Arsenal are going to bottle this. Remember, clip this. No chance in hell. We are going to bottle this. I can say this for sure because next week I'm not featuring. So no chance in hell. We will feature this. In fact, we will score another 3 goals. 3 goals to the good for the mighty Gunners to erase away the
Un,
painful defeat
un,
suffered by Liverpool.
un.
Ah.
Calm your tits. It's deep to suppose you the prediction.
Oh yeah.
Not me. Calm down.
That's what I was waiting.
Alright.
I'm like, what
Calm
happened?
down.
Wait, now it's me.
Ilung.
Now it's me.
Hey, look already.
Ilung sia.
Okay, so the next one that we want to go through, I control the stream one. All right, the next one is who do we have, Joe? Liverpool
Liverpool.
versus Southampton.
Liverpool, Southampton.
Then it's fair to give Steven.
Of course lah.
Second team.
Hey, I mean Liverpool's gonna win lah. You just by
sure
how many?
not?
I think it's gonna be. I don't know. I want it to be 5-0 with Salah scoring all, but then it's gonna be 2-0. 2-0.
FPL lah. This one FPL one confirm one.
2-0 2-0 to Liverpool lah.
Where is Tips? Huh? Oh, Tips is he rose up the ranks. Huh? Okay.
Of course, I'm catching up, guys.
Okay. Nobody cares actually. Okay.
Yeah.
But,
You talk about Joel lah, who's last?
no, he's having an off day.
What
Okay.
goes round comes around.
Yes, remember
Be careful.
Lukaku. Lukaku. Anything you say about Joe, he will come back with Lukaku.
Yeah. You are the 3 monkeys that say Lukaku will say, right?
Okay, Joe, we got it wrong. All right, Norwich versus.
No, that's you.
Hey, why me?
That you are Joe.
You lah.
Or me.
You lah.
Oh, Norwich and City. I think this will be a draw. End up in a draw. Both clubs are coming up. Wolves also is attacking. Norwich is getting a little bit better under former boss Aston Villa. Now become Liverpool FC. And I think you'll end up in a draw. 1-1 draw. 1-1.
Wow.
Okay, all right. So
Zami,
draw.
Palace against Villa.
Palace. Aston
Draw.
Villa,
It's a
baby.
draw.
Hey,
One
Zami,
all draw.
Zami, I'm gonna come after you, idea.
Oh, draw.
Draw. We're gonna draw lah.
Brighton, Leeds
Hey,
United.
Crystal Palace. I think they might.
That's why.
struggle.
Crystal-
But,
Crystal
but
Palace will
Aston
win
Villa,
lah.
but Aston Villa, Gerrard away first away game. I mean, continuing the form might be a tough game lah. Both draw lah.
Hey,
Yeah.
but the thing is, even if Steven Gerrard was to lose, right, Dibs, you will have a lot of Liverpool fans coming and support for him.
Oh yeah. Nobody tips. No
Guys, I've got an army behind me, boys.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Dibs, say the whole word again. You will what?
2 clubs in one body.
Everybody,
I've got an army behind
Tips
me.
are not allowed to. Tips is not allowed to insult Liverpool from now on.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey,
We
discuss
call
it.
Villa Pool City.
Hey,
Why
Anyway,
do you
Joe-
think? Why do you think I started with all due respect to Liverpool fans?
Back
No.
then, he is like, Liverpool, screw
Joe.
it lah.
Joe,
So we
never-
forgot the 7-2.
Never mind. WhatsApp messages all have not been deleted yet.
Exactly.
Everything screenshot sui already inside folder. Okay.
Okay,
the
well, let's
next
go.
one-
Sam, on Brighton against Leeds.
draw.
Brighton.
I'm going on this bandwagon of draws. Draw.
Yes. Okay, Dibs, Brentford and Everton.
Hey, Come on,
Fuck lah.
You know you
Everton's like
want-
shit. Brentford's like shit. Both clubs are only 1 point above us, so I want it to be a draw.
draw.
Yeah.
Okay,
Nice.
good enough.
0-0.
Rap.
Man
City and
City.
West Ham.
Man City then West Ham.
Wow.
Jotino.
West Ham just coming, but I think West Ham is playing against the big clubs though. I can't see West Ham getting whitewashed. I will go with the City win with this.
Hey, wait. This reminded me of a joke by Hussein. He said that, West Ham took a private jet to collect Mikel Antonio all the way back to suffer a defeat against Wolf.
For Buto. That's a good one though.
That's a good one, bro. That's a good one.
Give him credit.
For-
I think
give
I
credit.
think this one. I think I just feel that City is a little bit too strong for West Ham.
Yeah.
Though West Ham beat Liverpool, but
Cole
because
Palmer.
West Ham were at home though, they had the home advantage. I think in City it's
Yes.
going to be a bit difficult. Yep, City win 2-0.
I think too much, Joe, for West Ham to handle the likes of Cole Palmer and Kun Bandung and Bali
Yeah,
Sterling.
and
Bali.
Jake Mitchell and Jake Prata Mitchell. Don't know who's that. Forget his name, but-
Jason McAteer.
This one I can hear.
Hey, they got one more academy player but injured now. Jack Grealish.
The
Jack
girl-
Mangata Grealish.
Wait. You call him Jack Mangata Grealish, Jack any Grealish. You say academy player, that is where you pierce through here. Already.
Lucky now.
Okay, Zami, go.
Every 2 weeks one
Let's
show
play
ni.
Watford to win. 2-1, 2-1.
Rabak bro.
Don't lah, Zami. They already above us lah. Goal difference zone lah.
It's okay, it's okay.
Are you trying to
let's go,
influence
An.
people's
Oh,
decision?
your favorite club, your second favorite club, Burnley and Tottenham.
Burnley's first.
Okay, if Spurs are winning, then the match abandoned. But if they are not, Burnley is going to get a surprise victory. 2-1 over Antonio Conte.
All right.
Alright,
And
2-1.
Leeds,
Ah,
we're gonna
they
wrap
will
up the
go.
last
They
one.
will go black as well, guys. They will go absolutely black this one.
Chelsea United, it's at home lah. Reece James and Ben Chilwell, man.
Mhm.
3-0.
Talking about his FPL team
3-0
lah.
Chelsea.
3-0 Chelsea.
You see, he mentioned the player's name. All his FPL one. Confirm he wants
Wait,
the point.
whatever happened to actually managerial bounce?
Well, who's Manu's interim manager? Steve Bruce, ah?
No, not yet.
No,
Not
yeah.
yet.
So they'll be managerless, right?
Have Fletcher lah and Carrick.
Oh. No,
New
lah,
manager.
Carrick's on
New
the
managers.
wheel. Carrick's on the
Somebody
wheel.
said
Michael
something in the comment just now that Carrick
Carrick's
is
on
going to
the
follow
wheel.
Ole, right?
Michael Carrick
Oh, yes.
is on the wheel.
So wait. Right now, Joe, your say on this match, Manchester and also Chelsea.
I think whenever we are down, we always come back, you know.
Yeah.
Like after that game against Tottenham, we
right.
won 1-0. No, we were so down. And then a beautiful long ball from Pogba and Rashford scored 1-0. That was more than enough.
Oh, that was when Mourinho was the
Yeah,
manager
Mourinho was
of.
there. So I don't know. I
Is it
think the boys will bounce
Oh, no,
back. We are
United.
I probably will draw against Villarreal today.
Uh-huh.
We'll regroup back, come back against Chelsea. Um, it's a bit scary. Chelsea is playing a back three, and they're very good at it, and
Yeah,
they
boy.
can tear us apart big time. I don't know, man. I'll go my gut feeling now. I'll go for 1-0 United win with this.
Ooh, big
I feel we
statement,
can
man.
we can hold the pressure a little bit and just get one free kick, get in, nick it in, and then we defend and get the 1-0, get the 3 points, regroup, and then we travel to Emirates.
No, we
To
will
meet
come
them.
over.
Sorry,
We will
you
come
guys come
over.
there and we
Yeah,
will
we'll come over to Old Trafford.
visit and host Arsenal.
Yeah.
All right, that's it.
Dami.
Beautiful.
Wait lah, where got beautiful?
Dami.
Relax lah. Who is
Where
want
are
to go
you?
off?
Guys,
Zami,
2.5 hours ready, man.
Zami,
I
come
have
on.
been on fire for 2 hours. The last 30
Never
minutes.
mind.
I'm shagged.
Next week, no
What?
more already.
What's up? What do you miss?
Manchester United and also Chelsea.
He's definitely going to say Chelsea win. Why are we keep reiterating?
No, he wouldn't
No.
want because he
Yeah,
wants Man
he
City
wants
to
Chelsea
overtake.
to
What?
lose.
Oh yeah.
So he's in a conundrum now.
Oh, alamak.
Draw
Brentford,
lah.
correct.
1-1.
Oh yeah. I think that I think that's the likelihood.
Yeah,
Yeah.
likelihood will be a
Okay,
draw lah.
so if this were to happen, will Carrick get the sack?
No,
And
no,
then
no,
and
no.
then Scott McKenna or Michael McKenna will be
And then Michael McKenna there.
interim manager.
Then every session we will
Oh,
talk
really?
about Carrick, after that Fletcher, after that McKenna. Boring United. But I'm gonna go with a draw, a boring draw. If you guys are gonna pay money to watch this match,
No, don't.
you might as well go to OnlyFans and watch Brazil's manager.
Hey,
together with Fletcher.
last season when you all did the show for Chelsea versus United, right?
Mm.
Everybody was saying how Chelsea's gonna whip United. Oh no, sorry, United's gonna walk all over Chelsea, and
Yeah.
because this is Lampard in charge, and then United were flying, and then it was a 0-0 draw.
Oh yeah, because of the
Yeah.
commentator, they say, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but tips. That's it. Whoa, very good. Out of the system, bro. Every little bit of toxin, all out of our system. Guys, just a quick announcement. Starting next week, there will be a brand new roster for the big focus, and we really hope that you guys will stick through with us,
Yeah.
right? Because starting next week, there will be something new that we will
A
prepare.
little bit different. The younger
Yes,
version of
the
ours.
younger version of us. All right, please rein in the support. I really wish that these young boys, these young group of players. Not like the Bali Sterling and also Kun Bandung. They are better than those academy
Yeah.
players.
Or
So we've
Jack
got the
Mangata.
yes, we've got the four of them. We've got Herrick, who is a Chelsea fan. We've got Noah, who is a Spurs fan. We've got Iman as well, who's a United guy, and also we've got Top, who's an Arsenal fella. Those four young bucks will be taking over our hot seats. All right, this is going to be done bi-weekly. Okay, so yes, that's the real. Next week it will be the four of them, the Wonder Kid I call them.
And
This
then the
is of
following week
course
we'll be back. The
Napshot
oldies.
production. All right, and then the next week onwards, all right, it will be us. That's the sequence, boys. Because why? Football is overrated. That is our
Yeah.
brand new discovery, and
Yeah.
we kind of feel
We need
disconnected
we
with
need a break
football.
also.
Yeah, we need a break lah.
Yeah.
Problem lah.
Yeah,
All right,
we like to
so
talk.
Shag ah.
We like to shock sendiri.
yeah, sure. One show 2 hours 30 minutes we cannot handle lah.
Yeah.
Exactly. And the thing is, we taro all clubs,
All
Yeah.
kena,
not
all
just one
kena.
club. Yeah. We
But
taro all
you,
clubs.
but you know, we love all of you.
Next
Every
week
single
Skanta will come also.
Yeah.
Skanto Clinton also kena. Okay, together.
Siva Kumar also will come in. Siva Kumar.
But there you go, guys. Come in, all right, showing your support. Like what you always do for us every Tuesday, without fail, 9 p.m. We really, really feel it. The love that you all give to us. Please show it to the boys as well. All right,
Yep.
let's make this a festival. And the next 2 weeks, we will see all of you again. And this is me, Anwari Anterta, still trusting the process, unlike some guy below me. And
I have
also,
not trusted the process.
That guy is frozen already.
Tino is back. And
Tino.
Sabi boy,
You
and
look at the face.
then,
You look at the face. You look at the face.
and then we are clearing up from the Villa Pool City. And
he's sleepy.
You look at the face.
He's sleepy already.
he's sleeping already. Tino. Okay,
2
we're
hours.
see you guys
30
again in 2
minutes.
weeks.
I cannot
Bye.
Next week we'll be back. Wonder Kids will be then. All right, see you guys.
Thank
This
you,
is Napshot.
everyone.
Keep it tight. Keep it